Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roll Endfrost. I'm your dungeon master, Jacob, and this is my merry band of players. We're back. We're potentially better than ever.
No. No.
No.
That's a big negative. Pattern is full.
We are deep into the campaign.
Some say a shit show.
Let me see if I can succinctly summarize the entire campaign. The apocalypse is being led by a fey creature known as the Ice Queen. The party is trying to stop them. They hold positions of stately power over the city of Suderhofen, which is the last bastion of defense against the Ice Queen as she marches south from her northern lands. Yeah, there we go. A lot of stuff has happened. People have died. Player characters have died. Lots of deaths. Not a lot of victories, but there have been a few. And I just realized
Now we're
I'm
fighting
off center. I want to scoot my webcam.
It's the webcam moves.
No, wait, a smidge more. Perfect. Okay. So last session, the party learned that someone has sabotaged the walls of Suderhofen and added bolt holes. Instead of repairing the bolt holes, the party has decided to have them watched to see who uses them, hopefully to learn the identity of the saboteur. While all that is happening, a Thane, the Thane of Castle Northgate, arrived unexpectedly. Everyone presumed he was dead, and he told the tale of how for a month or more, he and his men have been trying to fight their way to safety after breaking through the siege at Castle Northgate and escaping, whittling him down to just a Thane and 4 of his Huskarls. They finally managed to make it to Suderhofen. Man's name is Holvi, and he is very, very angry. He blames his Jarl Oddmund for abandoning him, despite the fact that Oddmund authorized a relief group. However, he sent it to Footkeep, not to Castle Northgate, so he doesn't buy that as a viable sort of thing. And he also thinks that the son, also named Oddmund, who has now taken his father's place since his father was killed, bears a brunt of responsibility. He's been telling anybody who will listen how crappy Jarl Oddmund the Older was, and eventually the current Jarl Oddmund challenged him to the square, but was interrupted by the party. Tensions were diffused in a rare turn of events. Then
Hurtful.
Bernhardt had a little conversation with everybody saying, hey, maybe we should not immediately go to intimidation and threats as our go-to method of dealing with people. And everyone said, you know what, Bernhardt? You're right. And the narrator says, but he's wrong. Because cut to the arrival of King Gunvald, the king of the nation of Bjornmars. The king in Bjornmars, and all better folk nations, is more of a ceremonial title. However, he does bear the responsibility of leading his people in times of national war. This would certainly qualify. He arrives in Suderhofen and says, hey, I'm here to take over. I'm the king. It's my duty. I'm going to lead the armies. And Agnar was like, yeah, but I've already negotiated several alliances, and everyone's kind of coming to me to leadership, so maybe you should pump the brakes and not power grab in this specific instance, and let me explain to you what's going on before you just come in here and say you're in charge. And the king's like, yeah, but you're just a regent. You're not even really, like, you weren't elected Jarl. You're just here to replace the missing Jarl. And I'm just gonna be like, nah. But Agnar wasn't having it. So Agnar cast Thunder's Smite on his hands, sure, that tracks. And split the table at which the king was eating at in half. Keep in mind, this is during a welcoming banquet for the king, so the hall, the Iron Hall, is filled to brimmed with lords, Huskarls, lords' families, and honored guests. And so he smashes the king's table, and finally seems to be getting to the king. The king, for a moment, says, well, what did he say exactly? You've got spirit? Or...
He said you're a decent enough guy. You've got spirit, however.
However, and then he turned to his Huskarls and said, "Kill this man." So, we're going to begin with some initiative. Bernhardt is not here. He is hanging out with the Fieldfolk, aka Goliath. Oh, Blinky! Welcome to the stream, and thank you for
Blinky!
Yay!
Really, in a row? You have not been active on chat. Where have you been?
Oh, alright, Akulu.
Akulu wants to go first. Alright, and since we are going to be switching over to the battle map here in a hot second, can one of my mods do the thingy?
I was telling everyone.
Yay, and I'll go ahead and verbally say it. The maps we're using are made by Gabriel Picard, and tokens you'll be seeing will be made by Oliver Smith. You might see a few made by Wider Path Gaming. We just posted the links if you'd like to patronize them. They are not sponsors, but they are awesome. And,
super awesome.
fucking Avast wants to bother me in the middle of my stream. Hang on.
Yar.
I have to wait for this fucking thing to load. Okay, you guys got initiative down? Alright, I'm gonna roll 2 sets of initiative. One for King Gunvald's Huskarls and one for King Gunvald himself. What?
What?
Yeah, I purposely went to the intermission screen, wife. Quit backseat streaming. Alright,
Just very expressly trying to not start a fight. I want to throw that out there.
The first one is Huskarls, the second one will be the King. Oh, I decided to use a different token for the King's Huskarls in order to differentiate them from your Huskarls, because it kind of matters. And I'm also going to roll in your Huskarls, represented by Geardis. Alright, let me look up their stat blocks real quick. Okay, they have a +1 dex, and the King has... I keep clicking on the wrong browser. Okay. That's a 13. That's a 11. That's a 17. Akulu, 1 initiative. So all the figures here with the red borders, I know it's kind of hard for the stream. I have to zoom out quite a bit in order to get everything. But all the figures with the red borders are Gunvald's Huskarls. And, yeah. And then, of course, King Gunvald himself. Those are your active opponents at this juncture. Any character with this kind of generic picture that isn't have a name on them, those are Huskarls loyal to Agnar, which may or may not immediately jump into the fight. And here's Geardis. She is a Huskarl under Agnar, loyal to the family. So if they jump in, she's going to lead them. And the other Thanes and Jarls present at this moment are not immediately getting involved. They're currently weighing their loyalties in their minds. They're probably waiting to see how this goes. Most people are probably expecting Agnar to just be dead immediately. However, Ylva will probably jump in after a round.
I mean, it's a fair assumption.
Basically, anyone except for Agnar and King Gunvald are going to kind of be surprised, but obviously Akulu and Hakan were intently watching the exchange. Ylva, maybe not so much.
I was intently trying to prevent the exchange.
Right. Sounds made up, but it's your turn.
I mean, this is the one time where I've been like, hey, maybe not. Gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern in a big 30-foot cube around just that whole mess of boys.
So everyone, King Gunvald, his 6 Huskarls, and Agnar?
Yes.
Okay. And you're casting Hypnotic Pattern, 15 whiz. Okay.
Gee whiz.
All the NPCs have a +1 wisdom score with no extras for saving throw on that. That's going to be 7 roll. I'm going to roll King Gunvold first, and then I'll do 66 for the Huskarls. King is hypnotized. So any of these that are 14 or up will save. One of the Huskarls and Agnar saved.
Yep.
The rest are hypnotized.
Yeah, that is wait, you said the shield was advantage on saving throws against spells and spell-like abilities.
Yes, your shield is basically like, is it a spell? Fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that's a 22, so yeah, it's a save for me too.
Okay.
So who saved?
One Huskarl, let's call it this one, and Agnar. And what the hell?
Okay, cool. Okay. I was gonna check to see if the pattern stays in the air or anything like that.
I could say it's a save or suck, and then everyone that's saved is charmed, and while charmed, they're incapacitated, their speed is 0. So they're stupefied, effectively.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the pattern was a continued effect in that area, so I wasn't sure if I needed to like draw it out or anything. We're good.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, Geardus and the Huskarls are surprised this round. They weren't expecting their liege to be executed at this moment. So they spend the turn like, what the hell? Getting up and grabbing their weapons. And then it's the mini Huskarl's turn. The first one is the one who did not get
stupefied.
Stupefied is going to step forward, kind of like shielding his eyes at what just happened, but not really aware that the rest of his compatriots in the immediate area were dumbified. So he's going to take 10 feet to climb up these stairs, and then attack Agnar with his axe. None of the people have their spears, which would be their preferred weapon. Thanks for the sparks. You know what? I have like a crap ton of sparks, and I think that boosts you when people are searching for channels. So when it's not my turn, I think I'm going to do that. What can they do on their turn? Are they just charmed for the duration? Get stuff?
They're charmed.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
It is concentration. Okay, so he's going to step forward with his axe and then strike at you with a +4 to hit. What does he need? It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't matter at all.
He crit you.
Yeah. Get crit, son.
Get crit.
Get critted.
No.
Yeah, get critted.
No, incorrect. Incorrect. Take 14 slashing damage, Agnar.
Oh heavens, I have been critted.
You don't have to. If you.
What kind of damage is that?
If you post in one chat, it should.
I know. I did it to both just to annoy you.
How dare you?
What
Blinky
type
Bob,
of damage?
we had a conversation. It is 100% not Krat. Sorry, what?
What type of damage is that?
Slashing.
Slashing. So I take 11, not 14.
Okay. Here's a question about hypnotic pattern. Oh no, you resisted anyway, so you don't need to address that at this time. So all of the Huskarls are mobilized at this moment. So this one continues to climb up the stairs. 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So he's going to rush up and lock shields with the guy next to him. They form a shield wall, and he's going to also strike at you with his axe. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit.
Okay, he hits you for 3 slashing damage, so none.
So 0.
Yeah, you just take it on the armor, and you're no worse for wear. Did you subtle spell that, or did you just throw that out there? Sorceress?
Oh yeah, I just threw it out there.
Right.
It's somatic and material, but
oh, it's only somatic. So you just kind of waved your hand.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna make him make a perception check. All right, he failed. So he did not notice you casting a spell. So 10, 20, 25. No. 10, 15, 20, 25, and
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. I appreciate
I thought
the
you
fix.
would.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? They added the thing where you can customize, your status effects, and I really need to do that because there's a lot of these I'll never use. Just to kind of streamline it. This. Anyway, does yes, that hits.
Yep.
Take
Jesus.
7 slashing damage.
So 4.
The remaining of his Huskarls, which are these 4 at this table, get up and face Geardis and her group. Don't make any moves yet because they're not sure what's going down. But they're in a holding posture. In fact, they're probably going to kind of square up like this. All right, King Gunvald is incapacitated until further notice. So Agnar. Oh, actually, you would have gone before King Gunvald, but it is your turn either way.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my sword, and then first this beefy beef. Direct south. Yeah, direct south. He's gonna get a kick in the chest. I am shoving him 5 feet back.
Okay.
So that is a 14 on my athletics to shove.
All right, and he probably has at least a +1.
Yeah.
He does not have the skill, but he does have a +2 strength. So he rebuffed you.
Okay, and then I will, without even looking to see if he actually moved, I will swing around on the guy directly north of me.
Okay.
And give him a big ol' sword.
You stage up.
Well, I mean, technically, stage up would be directly east of me, given the facing of the stage.
No, but the top-down view is the stage.
Upstage.
11 to... You know what? No, that is not an 11 to hit. I'm going to use a luck point.
Agnar activates cheating.
Well, it could make him roll worse.
So I'm actually quite pleased. My restream is telling me I have 0 viewers, but that's obviously wrong. So I actually feel really good about my previous streams throughout this week's view count. That's cool.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's
still technically better. That is a 15 to hit.
15 to hit. Oh, hit him on the sheet.
Okay, that's fine. And then, as a bonus action, where is it? There it is. Bonus action, I will cast upon myself Shield of Faith.
And we're taking for granted right now that everyone's in full armor.
Well, yeah.
Right. I'm just letting the audience know.
And that will be the entirety of my turn. I recognized that flash. I've seen Kulu do that before, but I don't know specifically yet who is stupefied and who is not.
I reckon there would be visual cues.
Well, I had 3 dudes close in on me.
Right. So you're involved with the intermediate problem.
Right. I am not focused on killing
the king
or attacking
the king. Yeah.
Gunvald at the moment.
Okay, Hakan, it is your turn.
So Hakan will essentially move toward Agnar. So 1, 2, 3. Can I squeeze, or is it 4?
You can go that way. Yeah.
4, 5.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna use my first attack to kick this guy down the.
This is how my Loxodon handled the first encounter in Descent into Avernus.
So to kick is to shove, and what's the shoving thing?
You roll athletics. They can roll either athletics or acrobatics to dodge. It's an opposed test. Got a 12.
Fuck.
They got an 8. So you shove them down the stairs. He's gonna just go down the stairs. He's gonna take 1d6 damage and land prone. That's my ruling. Fight me. Right. You want to roll the damage?
Sure. As soon as PR's Discord notification goes away, so I can type. Now, Johnny,
I hope PR is shaming you. Shaming all of you. Okay, 1 damage.
Then I'm gonna try to grapple this guy.
Okay.
I believe that's again athletic.
PR, is that right? It's pretty much the same as a shove as far as initiating? Cool.
Yep.
Correct.
Unless it's a monster, then they usually have an attack roll.
Hey,
Yeah.
can I roll higher than? Okay.
Okay, you grappled him.
How can I rotate him?
Yeah, you can. So in a grapple, I believe the rule is, Jake can correct me if I'm wrong, you can move them at around you kind of at will, and you move at half your speed because you're dragging someone with
I know
you.
they move with you. Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to place him here, and then I want to action surge and use my third attack to fucking shove him down.
All right. That works.
Hold on, I just need to remove one action surge. And then it's gonna be a shove.
18,
There you
and
go.
he got a 21.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my fourth attack to shove him in.
I said get down there.
I got a 21.
And he got an 11. Okay. He goes
Right on top
tumbling
of the other
down
dude.
and past him. Roll 1d6 damage.
And hold on, I was there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I would have one more move. I don't have any more attack. I don't care if he attacks of opportunity. I'm gonna stand at the top of these stairs and challenge.
Okay.
You can attack me if you want.
He is going to go ahead and use his reaction to swipe at you. And then miss horribly.
Yep.
Kulud, back to you. You're muted.
Sorry, I'm double checking a. Okay, cool. I don't need to lose concentration for that. So I'm going to burn a sorcery point. Where are my sorcery? There it is. Burn a sorcery point to ignore the verbal component of blindness deafness on the individual north of Agnar.
Okay, so this isn't concentration. Got it.
Yeah.
So he needs to make
I had to double
a
check.
con. Good on you. He has a +2 con. So let's throw it. That's a 12. He's shy by 1. He is. I assume you want blinded.
Yeah.
That's your motif. Okay.
It's more useful right now.
I wish you had told me you were going to use blindness before I used the bleeding eye for the hypnotic pattern. Damn it.
Just do like an X or something. I don't know.
There we go. Ninja.
There we go. Let's chill out, everybody. I'm just working to incapacitate people.
Yes, I mean, that is wise. Okay.
Yeah.
Geardis and company are going to move into fighting position, and she's going to attack this.
I was gonna say is she's quite eager if she moves into them.
It just God. Because they are locked in a shield wall, that will hit the shield. Do they only have one attack, right? Good, because I have not been giving them two. All right. And then this one's gonna go hoopty and then boopty, running over Kabian's table to go attack this guy, and that's gonna land for whopping 3 damage.
Yeah.
Here, go ahead and put you front and swing bada bada. That's a miss. We've got like an even. You know what? Instead of rolling all this, I'm just gonna say these 8 characters are engaged, and we'll just take Geardis out of initiative.
Now that they're all occupied.
Instead of bogging it down with NPCs slapping each other, those 8 are engaged. All right, we can focus on everyone else. So now it is the 2 fallen guys and the blind guy. So the blind guy's gonna take a wild swing at Agnar. That's a big fat 6. Standing up for 15, coming up the stairs for 25, and swinging at Hakan for a miss. This guy is going to stand up 15 and 25, and it'll be another 10 to mount this, get over the stairs. So he's done. Actually, he is going to dash. So of his dash movement, this will be 5 because he had 5 left over. 10, 15, 20, and 25. He rushes over and he's going to attack Khan.
Kenny dashed.
You are right. Doesn't do that. Agnar, you're up.
So I mean, as this guy runs up, like Agnar hears the pounding of feet, turns around, settles into his shield, and as soon as he walks up, I'm just gonna shove him back with the shield.
Okay. The not blind guy.
The not blind guy. Is an athletics check. That is a 16 on the shove attempt.
And he gets a 20.
Okay, well, I tried to give him a chance. And then I will attack him. I am swinging cautiously, trying to not mortally wound. Non-lethal damage.
Does that mean you get disadvantage?
No. It can only be done with a melee attack, though.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to impose disadvantage, by all means.
I want to go raw, so go ahead and make it, and I'll look it up, and then.
Oh, okay. It's a miss anyway. It's a nat 1.
Cool.
I can't hit anything today. And that's going to be it.
Okay.
I don't have any...
It is not disadvantage, and in fact, you only need to decide that if you fell him.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to throw this out there now. That is the decision Agnar is making on now. So.
Okay.
And I need a shield. There we go. Okay, because I have Shield of Faith. I am done.
King is Hakan.
Incapacitated?
So my first attack is gonna go to kick this guy down the stairs again.
Okay. If you kick him down the stairs, I will have him fall prone, but he's not going to take the fall damage because he's on the staircase. It's really loud, Vegas.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh, it was Caddy? Sorry,
I forgot to mute myself.
Yeah.
You had the movement as if you were typing. 13 to his 11. So he's going to fall prone because he's going to tumble down the stairs, but he's not falling far enough to take damage.
Yeah. And Akon's gonna tell him, if you come back up, it's the hammer. And as if to prove that, he's gonna try to knock this guy out with the hammer.
Okay.
Wait, she's a sure 20 for 17 non-lethal.
That's 22.
22, sorry. For 17 non-lethal.
Alright, using the flat of the hammer, you clock him across the temple, and he falls like a sack of potatoes, unconscious.
And then I look at this guy like, understood?
Roll intimidation.
Oh! Sure.
Right.
Man, I can't roll high!
Unfortunately, the reputation of your god hammer has not reached the soldiers of King Gunvald, so he's just like, well, that's just a really fancy-looking hammer. I'm not going to disobey my king just because you clocked one of my friends over the head.
It's fine. You're next.
Okay, end of the round. Ilva is going to roll in. Ilva got a 17 on her initiative. And Akula, you up.
I was going to add a counter for how long Hypnotic Pattern works, but I didn't
This would be the...
figure out how.
Do you count the turn you cast it? I reckon you do, right?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's a duration of 1
this is
minute,
turn
so
3.
it's 6 rounds. I know it's turn 3. I was just going to make one for myself. That's fine. Let me double check. Oh, I'd have to move for that. I guess I can now. That's just close to combat if I do that. Yeah, I guess I will move in to save y'all. Okay, wait. I'm here. 5, 10. Cool. And then another burned sorcery point, another blindness deafness on the remaining standing guy.
Babe?
Another level spells.
I didn't realize the usefulness of blindness deafness, but it's not a concentration spell, which is rare.
Oh, I should have
Yeah.
I should have had that guy save. I'm gonna do that now. This is for
no.
This is for the first guy. He saved at the end of his turn. Sorry. All right, so the second guy.
I wouldn't have run up on him if he was
Okay,
still
you want to cast on the same
aware.
guy then? I'll let you
Yeah.
retcon it because I retcon, so you can retcon. All right,
Yeah, I
You
wouldn't
can
have run
also
up.
upcast that spell so it affects multiple people.
You were kind of cutting out there. What?
I said you can also upcast blindness deafness so it affects multiple people.
The range is just 30 feet, so I wouldn't be able to hit the guy at the bottom of the stairs unless I get closer. But I wouldn't have gotten close enough if
This
the
guy had
dude
saved.
I had previously.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he shakes off the blindness, deafness, and then is once again struck by blindness. All right, Ilva, seeing the hesitant strokes of Agnar and the clobbering of Hakan, she's kind of picking up on the vibe of how this fight is going down. She slides over the table, picking up her spear as she goes, leaps down, and with the butt of the spear, jabs down at this Huskarl's forehead. And he
God,
is prone.
she's so hot.
He is prone, so she has advantage with a +7 to hit. An 18 is a hit. And she is a beast. So she does 2d6 for damage. She does 9 damage to this guy. Oh, and she can attack 3 times. So
3 times! Teach me.
she hit for unconsciousness. He's schlepping. So that was 5, 10, 15. And then she's going to spend the remainder of movement to pull herself back up.
Oh, I would have let her up the stairs if need.
That's slow.
Same amount of speed.
Chat, I think you have that. No, okay, carry on. All right, the remaining guy
that tracks.
who is blind once again, swings wildly at Agnar and is going to fall short. And this time I'm not going to forget his wisdom save, which he failed.
Yeah.
And that makes it Agnar's turn.
So I'm gonna swing on him with the sword, but just for like visual effect.
Had to do it to him.
I'm just like pounding him with the shield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine by me.
That is a 21 to hit for 7
I
slashing.
believe you have advantage if you'd like to roll for crit.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's do that. No.
Okay.
So 21 to hit for 7 slashing shield damage.
Slashing shield damage, yeah.
Still standing?
Well, you know what you could do? If you just kind of... I mean, I know you've already kind of committed to the shield thing, but you could use the butt of your sword to just kind of clobbering his head.
Well, I like to picture it more like him using his sword to like parry his sword away and then like going in with the shield.
Regardless, you may make your second attack, please. Remember, you have advantage.
Yep. Advantage. That is a 23 to hit for 11.
It's a miss.
Non-lethal shield to the face.
It's not a miss. I was joking. All right, he's looking very close to being unconscious.
Okay.
King Gunvald.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Okay.
Well, now that this guy's unconscious, I'm gonna move up. And
You have advantage.
I kind of want to shove him. It would be fun to shove him down there, but Nah, I'm just gonna club her.
Just German suplex him off the entire.
You know what I
raised
should have
platform.
had happen? Iowa should have used the last movement to pull herself off, and then thrown her spear butt side forward, and just clocked this guy across the head.
With her
End the
third
whole
attack.
fight.
Hey, you know what? Cool factor. I'm trying to shove him down. Screw
Yeah,
that.
for you DMs out there, I'm using the gladiator stat block for her. That much of a badass.
So
Oh,
first to
that's so
grapple.
good.
You're grappling him?
Yep.
You grappled him? You can't beat
Because
that?
he's blind.
No, I mean, he can't beat that.
Okay, so then I will rotate him here.
And drop him?
Well, shove, drop him, like just like. Meh.
Okay, well, he only has 1 hit point, so he hits the ground and
Yeah.
falls backwards and hits his head. He's unconscious. Oh, cool.
Alright, I'm
Oh,
gonna
and
stay
that's-
here
I'm
in
sorry.
case of.
Yeah, okay. You're in a holding pattern.
Yes.
Get closer to my face, Mike. Okay, Akulu, you're up.
Okay, so charmed, incapacitated. This guy's also incapacitated.
Yes.
Yeah, all the active
only fighting
combatants
ones
are either
here.
charmed or unconscious.
The only
Cool.
fighting ones are here right now, but I'm not sure if we need to worry about them yet.
Well, they're like literally like shields braced up against each other, just hacking their axes at each other. Yeah, it's. I estimate it'll be about 10 turns before we start need to worry about one of them dropping
Okay, let me
because
see.
of the shield wall.
Let me see. That area. That effect area. Concentrate any. I'm trying to think of something I could do that would get them to stop, but wouldn't kill them instantly. Yeah. No, I'm
Breath
just
of
gonna.
unconscious.
I mean, it's like I could individually blight them over the next few turns, but well, not all of them. I don't have that many spell slots, but I think I'm just gonna kind of let them go at it. We've handled our stuff,
Yes.
Okay.
so I wash my hands of this whole encounter.
I also really like your non-lethal is blight.
Right.
No, I'm saying I could try to like blind them in turn and like make them weaker, or I could just handle them rightly, or I could just wash my hands of this. I've done what I need to do.
You're turning your longsword backwards and you're hitting him with the pommel, ending him rightly. Lord,
Yes.
how? All right. So you're gonna pass.
Yep, passing.
All right. Alva steps up to this stupefied one. She's aware that magic is involved. She just holds the spear up, pointed end towards his throat, waiting for him to, come to grips with reality.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But she's not like gonna strike them. This is more like a, I got you.
When he
bitch.
wakes up, he has
Yeah.
a surprise.
Yeah. The remaining ones are all dumbified. Agnar, what's your play here?
Gonna.
Everyone's standing still. You can tell
Yeah.
him your plan.
Yeah. So first,
We've already ruled that they can hear and reason. They're just
we did rule.
unable to move.
yeah, we did that. We did that with ogres.
Uh-huh.
Proceed.
That's why we couldn't sneak past them.
I'm gonna
Pull your chair up. Sit backwards. Sit
Yeah, no, hold on. Hold on. No, that's actually part of the plan. Bear with me here. Turn around.
Turn around.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and
My boy Blue.
I'm gonna go ahead and end combat for now.
Okay.
Turn around. Geardas, back off. Everyone put your God's damned weapons down. And then I'm gonna reach down to the. When I broke the table, did it like cave in down to the floor?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna reach.
The prop guys set it all up, so it's
Yeah.
perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna reach down and just make a little bit of room, like just push the table out a little
All right,
bit.
and as you do, like it starts to slide, and then the sound of the table sliding away kind of starts to echo and fade out. And all around you, the world starts to desaturate. Just you, mind you.
Oh god, I'm having a panic attack.
And everything kind of
keep it-
almost goes into monotone, kind of gray wash. There's like hints of color. And then stepping up because Gunvald is still seated. Like his Huskarl stood up, he's still seated. So stepping up from behind him is the figure of Calder.
I'll kind of avert my eyes down, and I'm not taking a knee though. Like, just kind of avert my eyes down, and this was not how it was supposed to go. He wouldn't listen.
Can't really see Calder's eyes from beneath his hooded visage. The shadow of his cowl coming down to his snow-flecked beard. He looks down at Gunvald, and he looks back towards you. You can't see his eyes, but you can tell that his gaze is upon you. And he says, "Well, what are you going to do about it?"
I'm going to give this king the opportunity to set his path right and do the right thing. And if he doesn't, then we'll just have to find a new one.
Alright, you're back to reality.
Oh god, Vegas doesn't like the implications of that. Alright, so I'll finish sliding the table out of the way. I'll slide my chair in there, like, right up in Gunwald's face, backwards, and Riker into it again.
Okay.
Alright. Your Majesty. Now, you're gonna listen. It's all I wanted from the get-go. I realize it is your duty to lead us in time of war. And I'm not trying to stand in the way of that. What I'm saying is don't come in here, ballistas blazing, sword ready for blood, before you know what the hells is going on. We have a plan that is going to save as many lives as possible, but I can't have you going off half-cocked, ready to prove the glory of the Barrafolk, when, by all rights, we will all die as a result of it.
You hear movement behind you.
Hypnotic pattern was up at like now.
Alright, so as he and his Huskarls kind of start to blink back into their own right mind, Jarl Oddmund, or more like Jarl Oddmund, he was never like officially christened, but we'll continue calling him Jarl Oddmund, has stepped forward. And he says, "To the hells with this king! Look at the power Agnar and his companions have displayed. This king ordered his death, and he dispatched him like a father would dispatch a child. I say we need someone new." And King Gunvald was looking at his Huskarls, who were like, one of them is like, "Whoa, there's a spear here!"
Wink.
Really glad that he didn't like jerk forward or anything.
Yeah, he woke up like, oh shit.
You got the one guy with a head cold. Had to.
You can You can make an insight check, Agnar.
But do I want to?
Yes, you do, because I'm telling you to.
Insight. That is that's an 18. Holy shit! I actually rolled well on an insight check.
All right. For a moment, Agnar kind of puts himself in Gunvald's shoes, and looking at his body language and the look on his face, you can tell that you have put King Gunvald in a bind. If he goes along with you, he's effectively abdicating because you have basically dethroned him in the eyes of his subjects. But he also wanted to hear you out. He wanted to have a conversation.
Well, now it's easy to say after we broke the table and kicked everybody's ass.
Well, his previous...
Now he wants to listen.
To be honest, Agnar's previous insight check failed. But, Agnar, maybe since your character is kind of aware of it...
Akalu was right.
Now, granted, Agnar has never really been in the lordship before. That was never really his thing. He was never even in line.
Yeah, he's not a member of the court, yeah.
Well, I mean like in his upbringing. So he's like very recently in the court. He was always just kind of a warrior. And that's about it. It was always his older brother that was going to take his father's place. And Agnar never cared to challenge that. Unlike, Alva in the Fenrir situation. So Agnar realizes that maybe he should have let the king have a little bit more time and maybe talk to him in private. But it's done. It's done. And King Gunvald looks to Agnar with this expression and the glint in his eyes of extreme certainty. And he says, Agnar, we make the square.
Yep. For what it's worth, I am sorry about this.
And as he stands up, and the Huskarl next to him hands him his sword, he takes it and he says, "It's for the realm."
Yep. Damn it!
He does offer you a moment to catch your breath, since his men kind of walloped you.
I will go ahead and, not making a show of it, but not really hiding it. I'm going to go ahead and lay on hands myself for the 15 I lost.
King Gunvald may be the king, but
Hey, Vegas,
all northern kings earn their place. So he is not a pushover.
Right.
Is he immune to blindness?
He is not.
God damn it.
Favor of the gods, round 5. 7th verse, save us the first.
7th verse. It is about 7, isn't it?
Oh no, PR.
PR, no.
I missed it. Is that in the chat? I don't get to see.
For education of the people at home, he shared, "Look at me. I'm the captain."
All right, someone moves this unconscious guy out of the way. Akon, do you want to come up to the ring?
Oh yeah, of course. If there's any shit that goes down, Akon's.
Yeah,
Real
I can't blind people because Kabian's gonna be all like, "Oh, this is not a fair fight," and then I'm gonna have to kill him too.
Such a shame. Wouldn't have to do that.
Well, just give him a shop of a mug of mead just before the square.
Yeah.
Agnar, give me that initiative.
Blind is 2 people.
I will do no such thing.
Actually, you will.
No, stop barking.
You roll pretty well.
Come here. Good job.
That's a 4 for me.
You do know you're in a square, right? And that you were about to fight because you don't look prepared at all.
I'm trying to let Gunvald save a little bit of face here.
As as matron of this house, of this hall, Ragnhild comes forward, and she looks at the two of you, and then she says, "The King, Gunvald, and Regent Agnar have agreed to fight in the square." And Gunvald nods and says, "To the death."
God damn it.
Why does it have to be to the death every single time?
And Ragnar says, "We all witness this. Fight." And King Gunvald hoists up his shield and draws his sword close, and he has initiative. So I'm going to go.
Is that something, by the way, that Khan just said? Or was that a new guy? About why does it always have to be to the...
Or was that
No,
in
Akon.
character?
It was not in character.
Oh,
Akon
okay.
understands the principles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, holy shit, that's like such a character shift for Hakan. We first thought, yeah, no, let him die. He got injured. He's dead. So, why does it always have to be to the...
Yeah, that was not in character. All right.
Sadly, no.
I think I actually gave him the wrong initiative, but that's okay because he got first. No, he actually has a +2 dex. Let the record state he rolled an 18. All right. He steps forward to Agnar, and he is going to swing his blade. He makes 3 longsword attacks.
Jesus.
Like I said, he's not a pushover. He has a
So
+5
maybe
to hit.
yes on the divine intervention.
He has a +5 to hit, so a 15 and up will be a hit. So that is a miss, followed by a hit. You take... I'm just checking the stat block. You take 8.
8, so 5.
Yeah, in fact, since he's got a +3, let's just stick to what he rolls. That's how the effective damage. That makes it easy for everyone, right?
Yep.
Alright, and then his third attack will be a miss. He hits you on the shield on that third attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're up.
Okay. Let's dump that. Let's check real quick.
Blinky's like, rip somebody.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Is that that is concentration. As a bonus action, Agnar will lift the blade of his brother and ask for Calder's blessing and cast Divine Favor. So as long as I concentrate for a minute, I deal an extra D4 radiant damage on hits. That was bonus action. That's a spell slot used. And then we're going to swing. That is a 12 to hit, I assume, is a miss.
Yeah, he's wearing chainmail and holding a shield. So...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Second attack. That is a 20 to hit for 12 plus a D4 of radiant. That is 2 extra radiant, and I'm going to go ahead and a second level smite on that. It's an additional 3d8. So that's an additional 14, so it's a total of 28 damage.
Okay. You meet Flesh and give him a nice little cut. He's not quite... Well, mechanically, you did a crap ton of damage, but he's not at half yet.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? No.
Well, he's not a pushover.
He's not a pushover. In fact, he's...
Well, let Hakan try.
I'll go ahead and let you know he's got more HP than you. So, yeah. It is...
Everybody has more HP than me.
You're done? That's bonus attack. Okay.
Yeah.
He's going to strike thrice. Huge miss. He wasn't reeling from that blow. He kind of throws his sword wide and goes over your shield. Then he corrects himself and strikes, and you move out of the way. And then he comes in and finally finds purchase, kind of cutting into your shoulder there for 1 effective damage after your feat.
Yay.
If you keep having turns like these, This is going to be over soon. Agnar, you're up.
I am going to roll concentration for that hit.
Yes. Wouldn't it suck if one effective damage?
Right.
Here it comes. All right.
Nah, it's 14. Okay. Not looking happy about this at all. I'm gonna swing again. That is an 11 is gonna be a miss.
Yeah, you cut into his armor there.
Second attack, 14 is also a miss, I assume.
Two inducing cuts across his chainmail. Shut up.
All right, Madeline Kahn, clue.
Gunvar is going to go slash, and slash. A big wasted round. Back to you, Agnar.
Yeah, I mean, slash and slash again. 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck?
So that's an additional 4 radiant, so that's 17 total damage on that attack.
Yeah. Are you going to drop another smite, or is that it?
That's it for that attack.
All right. You thrust your blade forward, and it cuts right through the chainmail, and you feel it go deep into his gut. And as it does, for a moment, the world kind of like a heartbeat pulses into this gray world, and you see standing beside this duel, you see Calder looking condemningly down at Gunvald. And then you're back to reality as you pull your blade out with a spurt of blood as it starts to trickle down his chainmail.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, Vegas.
Oh.
You need a drink.
Vegas needs a drink, yes.
Vegas needs a drink.
Oh.
Okay.
Gunvald kind of starts doing this, and some blood starts trickling down the sides of his mouth, and he shakes himself, and goes in for a strike.
Well,
You have a second attack. So he didn't do that.
So
he might not do that.
This time, this hurts me as a player to roleplay this out.
Oh.
Agnar now looks far less uncertain.
Oh no.
And
I'm so sorry, Bernie.
Bernie's gonna come back. So, what did I miss?
He's like, hey guys, what do we talk about?
Okay. Far more sure about himself. He's kind of just sneer. Is Agnar taller than Gunvald? Agnar's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
Okay. He will sneer down at Gunvald and go, you know, I didn't want this. I gave you the opportunity to avoid this. But you just wouldn't fucking listen. And you know what? That makes you a shitty king. And I will swing again. I will use a luck point.
So anyway, then he just started blasting.
So I'm basically just going to roll the attack again, but we'll take the 10 damage.
Yeah.
That is an 18 to hit.
That is going to hit on the nose. Yes,
I'm going to do the D4 for the Divine Favor, and I'm going to drop another second level smite on it.
You roll well enough.
That's a shitty roll. So it's at 10. That's a total of 19 damage.
Yeah, I got it. All right. You run another strike, and it cuts past, like it glances through his shield on the edge. Sparks kind of cut off the metal rim, and you punch right into his ribs. And you pull it out, and another spurt of blood, and blood starts flowing freely out of these 2 wounds down his chainmail and onto the dirt. Now, with the dignity of a king, he squares his shoulders and he strikes at you. And he finds purchase. He's going to cut you for 3 effective.
Concentration inbound. That's a 9, so I lose my Divine Favor.
Yeah. Lose your divine favor. He just doesn't like you getting cut a little bit. Pathetic. All right, that's a miss, and then for his
But you can
final
kill
attack,
the king.
he also misses. Agnar, you're up.
How does Oath of the Crown work if you are the crown?
So Oath of the Crown isn't always necessarily specifically to a person
to the
wearing the
nation.
crown.
Just being an ass.
I mean, we're
Oath of this crown.
these crowns. Anyway, no more banter. Calder has clearly made his wishes known. Agnar's done talking. It's a 25 to hit for 8 slashing.
Okay.
And
he is looking near death before you
Yeah.
do anything. Yeah.
yeah, I have one last second level slot left.
Well, if you roll like you did before, he's still gonna live.
Don't talk to me like that. You don't know me. That's 10 extra damage. That's 18 total damage.
Right, if I may.
Yes.
When he strikes at you the last time, he brings his blade in, and using the iron deer skull that you have placed onto your shield, you hook his sword and wrench it from his grasp, and he stumbles to one knee, and then he looks up at you with the last fire of his life in his eyes, and you just kind of take your sword and run it right down his clavicle there. And so falls King Gunvald.
Exploding with divine light?
No, you lost that. Oh, I suppose, yeah, because you did use a divine smite. Yeah, like this golden light just shoots out of the wound, and then you rip it out and the light fades, and he just kind of falls backwards. Kind of like a crumpled mess. And the crowd is silent.
Prepare the pyre. The king is dead. Long live the king.
And your Oddmund draws the sword and says, King Agnar! King Agnar! And it starts to ripple throughout the crowd.
Oh no! Agnar's sitting there like, I don't.
So I'm just gonna deal with this siege, and I'm gonna go home. He's now the king. Shit!
Right. This is not what I signed up for.
Birdie's like, hey, what's up, guys? It's like, so we accidentally killed the king and made Agnar king.
Well, and Agnar's feeling. So Agnar's feeling a little
shitty.
Well, shitty, but at the same time righteous right now. Because
That's good, because I'm only feeling shitty.
because Calder made it very clear what needed to happen for the Barrowfolk people. And Agnar, as shitty as he feels about doing it, did it. So he's gonna,
the hand of God, yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Go
gonna
off the laggy map and onto the less laggy map, shall we?
He's gonna he's gonna still sword and shield in hand walk back up to the table, the broke ass table, move his chair out of the way, and sit down where Gunvald had just been sitting.
Okay.
And then just kind of sit there and cry internally to himself a little bit.
So, Bernhardt, how long do you spend with the Mocked? The Great Mocked?
Pretty much all day. Like, Bernhardt wouldn't be returning to the city proper until night was starting. And during his time, he's just talking to the field folk, asking them questions about their life, how they reconcile the harshness of having to fight every day, knowing that the only way for them to survive tends to be in a violent way. He's trying to figure some stuff out. So he's just, asking them about more like their moral compassing and some of the moral quandaries that are down.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I suppose Bernhardt will learn a lot about the Fjellfolk history and their way of life. The Fjellfolk are half giants, and they were rejected by humans. They were rejected by giants, and so they've kind of lived in the mountains, fending for themselves. And as far back as any of these Fjellfolk remember, it has always been that since they weren't born of a god, they were born of two peoples that worship different entities. You got the giants and the humans. They figured that in order to get to an afterlife, they just have to get the attention of one god. And since they were born with the ability to fight, they literally live on the hope that if they fight dang good enough, a god out there will take them into his afterlife. And that is like the entire structure of their culture and practice. Yeah.
With
Don't
that
you
in
still
mind,
my people with your god?
Oh, I 100% am. So he's going to mention how that there is an order to, and that if they are meant to, when they go into battle, if they make it out, that's because it was supposed to happen that way. If they fall, that was supposed to there's a natural things. The sun comes up, goes down. Summer becomes fall. Yeah. Sometimes.
If Hackgon's involved.
So it's like he's like
the sunrise.
Yeah. He's trying to figure some stuff from his standpoint, but once he kind of talks to them, he starts to realize maybe I can teach them as much as they teach. So he isn't being you should really follow this order that I follow, but he's just letting them know hey, this is what I believe in. It's cool that you guys believe in this. That's how I kind of get through life.
So real low key evangelism.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's Bernie's
Sounds
that youth pastor that just wants to rap with people. He's just I just want to talk about some stuff.
He's Jesus was cruising. Yeah. I had a youth pastor say that.
That's depressing. All right. Blinky.
But
Point of order. The guy
nighttime, he is returning.
Okay. Point of order. The guy with the magic godhammer is also leader of the Great Mock, which means he's effectively also a king. So this is a party of two kings.
Also, Blinky, get out of my head. I was literally.
And a witch. Hey, I'm not phenomenal. This is just hanging out with my family.
Well, you're not phenomenal, but you're the only party member that's still alive to this point. So somewhere you must be pretty amazing.
One, there's that, and two, knowing Jakin, your time is coming.
Is
that a threat? Because you just killed a king, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't want to be what you are. I just wanted to open a really stupid shop where I sold essential oils and conned people out of their money.
Well, I mean,
all I want.
if you need some encouragement, as far as family goes, my eldest cousin is a nuclear. It works in nuclear medicine. I don't even know what that means, but I'm unemployed. Nuclear medicine, unemployed. So I feel
Stay-at-home father.
I feel you.
But Jakin, just because there might be a trend here. So there's Agnar that believes in a god. There's Bernie that created a god. I have a god hammer. So the only slot that's left is she needs to become a.
No. She's always the gods are fake.
Our resident atheist becomes a god.
I guess except one. One's real.
Oh no, it's the Old Testament.
Superhoffer is going to need a new Jarl, so she can become a Jarl. Is it still a Jarl for a female?
Well, as far as anyone knows, the entire nation begins at the coast and ends at the walls of Suderhoffen, so...
Plus, we already discovered a while back that would not go well. That whole name and empire vision.
It's true. It's true.
But in that, everyone was dead. Now you have a king on your side. Two of them, technically.
Oh, no.
So, Bernhardt, feeling with, good, you got like a new sense of enlightenment. When you have like a really deep conversation that lasts all damn day with multiple people, just really sharing ideas, you just kind of have like this like real like nirvana feeling to you. Anyway, so you come into the town and everyone's really sad, and everyone is congregating around the thing, which is next to the Iron Hall, and they're bringing like flowers and thatched kind of figures and offerings, and it seems really somber. And in the distance, you hear a real forlorn horn blast, beckoning everyone towards the Iron Hall. Normal everyday things.
And by the way,
how you do?
It's also important to notice that Bernie, when he left, there was rejoicing because the king was here. So the mood drastically shifted.
I mean, to be fair, the king is here.
Yes.
Elvis?
There's a dude playing the guitar next to the fire.
Okay, so with that in mind, Bernie is going to walk towards it is coming from the Iron Hall or next to the Iron Hall.
The thing, and then it's kind of like this big open courtyard.
Yeah. So he's going to head towards the thing, kind of like confused, like looking around, like, what's going on here? Like, must be a wartime thing.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay. But yeah, he is kind of puzzled, maybe even befuddled, and is making his way towards this. Maybe.
But not quite perplexed.
Betrothed?
What?
Wait,
no.
I mean, technically, yes.
Technically.
Oh, yeah.
Unless she's dead.
It still counts.
I guess. So yeah, that's his plan. Because he's kind of like you said, that Nirvana feeling, like that, like kind of like just mellow, like he's just had such a deep talk. He's had such a like enlightening talk that everything's just like chill to him right now.
Yeah.
He's just saying like this forlorn, like, and he's just like, what?
All right. Well, you arrive at the thing, and in front of the thing is a hastily built stage, effectively. At the center of it are these stones piled up, and on top of the stones is a wooden pyre, and on top of the wooden pyre is the body of formerly known as King Gunvald.
Whom Bernie has never seen before.
Correct.
Okay. And like, does he see anyone that he recognizes around? Like,
I reckon
the party.
on or near the stage is the party.
Okay. He's gonna just walk up and be like, "Oh, so, I haven't gone all day. What is all this about?"
It's
Agnar killed the king.
Agnar is the king.
I mean, I was gonna say it's an entire story and we'll talk about it later. But it's still an entire story and we'll talk about it later.
Oh yes, it's more complicated than that, but summarized, Agnar killed the king.
But hey, thanks, Akan.
Well, you seem to have struggling to just tell what happened. That's what happened.
You're really pretty.
All right, well, I mean, okay, I must say that was not what I was expecting to hear.
I
explains a lot of things. Wow. So, you're the king?
Yep.
Oh wow, that's. Huh, look at you, all grown up now.
High five, Bernie, we did it!
Well, low 5 maybe.
Mm.
It's a high five for Bernie.
Sure.
All right.
I love.
Oddman the Younger takes the stage and proclaims to the audience that the king was killed in honorable combat against your regent, Agnar. And the lords present have taken a vote. And though it was not unanimous, they are declaring Agnar king of Bjornmars. So as we light this pyre, hail your new king. And as they plant torches on Gunvald's pyre and it starts to burn, spreading throughout the crowd like a wave, rising in intensity, everyone says, "Hail, King Agnar! Hail, King Agnar!"
Maybe 7 hours. It just aren't happening so fast. Wow.
So, Hakan, Bernie and I, we go back a ways, and sometimes it's a little difficult for him to put together descriptions of event timelines if it's not given to him in an exact manner. So I'm going to need you to do me a favor and just not say anything as I'm explaining it to him. Anything at all. And if I say anything that you're like, "Hey, now wait a minute," it's so he can grasp it a little bit better.
Well, there's often times where I feel that what you're saying or what someone is saying might not be true, but I've realized by hanging out with bear folk that sometimes I think it's called deception. I'm not sure whether it's deception or confusion at times, so I'll just stay quiet and maybe talk to you after.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Not of course that I'm going to be deceptive in any manner whatsoever.
Also, I'll use this opportunity to say I've always treated you as an equal, but I guess that now it's more paramount than anything.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
I think in the North they would use that term. Probably just be like, highness would probably be like the most flowery term.
I'm trying to get more flowery. I'm making up a word. It's going to spread like wildfire to all the kingdoms in the south as well.
Well, we don't need a wildfire on top of a siege, so.
Damn it, Hakan. I mean, I'm doing my best to just ride this out as quietly as possible. I realize that's difficult.
Well, yes, they're yelling your name.
Right.
All right, well, I think that's a great moment to kind of just fade to black on the burning pyre. Like silhouetted against the fire is Agnar standing tall.
And Akon just exacerbating Agnar's headache.
The next day. Before the sun is even up, King Agnar is awoken by one of his Huskarls.
So the interruptions have moved to where we're sleeping.
Well,
it's much
now
better.
he's head of state. He'll never get.
He should really
again.
have a secretary.
What? Yeah, what's going on?
Thane Fulke says he has urgent news, as well as a prisoner.
Ooh.
get him and everyone else you can into the hall. Wait.
All right, you guys assemble at Modisbond Castle Hall. Falky is there. The only other Thane who could be roused and arrive in prompt time is Cabian, because he wakes up before morning to do his prayers, so he was already up.
Good on him.
Yeah.
What a nerd.
That's what I was hoping.
I mean, normally I'd do the same. Long day yesterday, and I kind of earned sleeping in a bit.
Yeah. So Falky and a handful of us Huskarls bring in a man who looks like a fairly nondescript Northman, not a Huskarl, just a normal Carl. And they have bound him thoroughly. You laugh, but that's actually what they called freemen. They were called Carls.
I know, it was just amusing the way you said it.
Sure, yeah, that's fair.
I was laughing because you said they bound him thoroughly, but sure.
So here's a Carlsman. His name is Carl. Continue.
Falky says, well, without getting too much into the pretense, suffice to say, we caught this one using the bolt hole.
All right. Were there any others with him, or was he alone?
He was alone. And we searched him. He had nothing on him. He had provisions for a day's travel. That's it.
That actually helps narrow it down. Where could he have got within a day?
You can get pretty far in a day.
But Rome wasn't built in a day.
True.
We're not anywhere near the Naaman Empire. Why would you even bring that up?
Aren't we?
Aren't
Aren't they eerily close? A little too close.
Well, I mean, I did steal the maroon and gold from Rome, so...
Well, let's, I mean, I suppose we should get on with this the most humane way possible. Exactly. Is Bernie here as well?
Falky... Falky nods when you say, let's get this over with in the most humane way possible. He nods and immediately turns, cracks his knuckles, and punches the guy across his chin. Actually, across his cheek.
No.
Open hand to the hard places. Closed hand to the soft places.
No.
You didn't want me to... I thought we were interrogating him.
Both of you, just no. Like, what?
You're not supposed to punch the face. It's how you break your hand.
Falky's wearing a glove.
Okay, no more with the punching and no more with the directions on how to punch.
Those are some big words from the new king, aren't they?
Falky's like, just kind of shrugs, like, sorry, I thought we were, questioning him.
Yes, in the most humane way possible.
Yeah, that's why I didn't draw my sword.
No. All right.
He has a point there.
We're gonna need to really just lay into some of these culture changes I'm gonna be implementing.
I fucking love how this entire campaign we've just been playing a bunch of barbarians. It's like the best ever.
And I just love it. It's like, let's not fight the king. He dies. Let's interrogate this guy. You can't hit him.
Look, I'm trying here, okay?
Shades
do
of
as
Agnar.
I say, not as I do.
So, anyway, was Bernie here?
Yeah, everyone. The party is here.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Hakan hasn't been able to put his face on.
God damn. So today, Hakan is a little less prettier.
No, I mean, like he has like geometric war paint. That's like
I figured they were like tattoos.
Both, Sometimes he tattoos, sometimes it's paint on.
Sometimes he fills them in. Yeah.
Bernie.
Sometimes he just flames on him.
if you would be so kind, let's do the truth thing, shall we? Like, let's not hurt this guy.
And Volky's like, oh yeah, right, magic.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Mine's not
Oh.
that useful.
He thrusts his hands out and says, "You cannot deny the truth as a woman." And I'll go ahead and cast Zone of Truth. I'll just make it so that it only hits the guy we're trying to interrogate, and he needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom save. I believe it's Wisdom. Give me one.
Is it Wisdom or Charisma?
Could be Charisma. I didn't have my character sheet open because I was just watching.
I've got it as well. Charisma. It is Charisma save.
Okay. He has a +3 charisma, so a 12 and up. You said 15? So
it's 14.
14. So if he rolls an 11 or higher, he saves. Oh, yeah. You crushed it. All right, you detect that he resisted the spell.
That's so he has to keep making that save at the start of his turn while he's in that.
Okay.
I mean, Bernie, if you would do the honors, this has been your show from day one for me, at least.
I'm correct, right?
I mean-
You know whether they succeed or fail. So you know that he succeeded his save. So
Yep. And then I'm just gonna wait. Well, right now he is not under the effects of the spell, so I'm just going to wait for that to seep in, and then we shall talk to him.
Do you think,
And I'm just gonna keep just staring at him.
given
does he have to make it multiple times? I thought it was just the first time.
Yep. Nope. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time or starts a turn there must make the
Oh,
charisma
sorry,
saving throw.
its turn there. Oh, okay.
And then
Okay.
once it fails, it doesn't get to save anymore, it looks like?
Nope.
Jesus, that's
Okay, so-
awesome.
10 minutes. So we only have got to make 100 rolls.
Yeah, only.
Okay. We'll do 2 at a time. I am reading chat. Thank you. I'm trying to DM. Thank you, chat. You're beautiful. I'm trying to DM. All right. After 18 seconds, he is under the effect of the Zone of Truth.
Oh, okay. Well, then, so,
For the record, I've been using
and
that spell wrong.
he
my
knows that
whole
he's
life.
under. So he knows like he can just avoid answering questions.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, so he says, "All right. So, first of all, who are you? What is your name?"
Doesn't say anything.
Look, if you don't answer him under these conditions, we just hurt you instead. I want to try and scare this guy.
Give me that intimidation.
I'm not great at it, but that's a 15.
15?
Yeah. I can hurt him first and then try.
He says, "My name is Gooseguard."
That wasn't the whole question, friend.
And he looks at you like giving you the finger with his eyes, as you do.
I look at Agnar. A little bit.
Okay, so, right. So where were you going?
Doesn't say anything.
Kulu. A little bit.
I can't hit with the chill touch. I was gonna necrotic damage him. Just a little bit.
A little bit.
As a treat. But apparently a ranged attack against a bound individual.
Yeah, you shoot it over his head like, yeah. What are you gonna do now? I'll let you roll intimidation again because you're displaying magic.
Okay.
With the
I said
intent to
across
harm.
their nose, not up it.
No.
He's tight-lipped. And then Falky kind of look.
Hakon is next to Falky the same way, like.
And then like Falky sees him, he's like,
We don't want to kill. We don't want to kill him.
No,
A little bit.
No, that's
If Hakon
no.
punches someone, they die instantly.
That's not true.
Bernie, he's less cooperative than we're used to. Perhaps yeah, I remember when I tripped over that doorway and like fell into your potted plants. Remember that voice that you gave me? Let's try that one.
Well, I mean, that is one way. But I learned some things when I was the Fjellfolk yesterday. If you don't mind, I'd like to try it.
By all means, I am always happy to learn something new from you.
Okay. I'm going to take out one of my crossbow bolts and get right next to him and say, so I'm Bernhard Wagner. Pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry, Gunga? Gunza?
Goose card.
His name's Goose.
Just so you know, I am a healer. I know medicine, and I also know the ways to help people, bring them back from the dead. With that, though, I have also learned many ways in which to inflict the pain and not kill someone. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you some questions, and if you do not wish to cooperate, I'm slowly going to put this under your fingernail and pop them up.
Oh no! That's so much worse than me.
I don't want to do this, but if you leave me no choice, this will have to happen.
Okay.
And to show him I am not fucking around, I will start with one of his fingernails. I'm not going to pop it off, but I'm going to stick the end of my bolt underneath and start kind of like pushing it.
All right, give me that intimidation check.
Ooh.
Is that an 18?
Yeah, I don't, unless I have advantage.
All right. The DM needs to be reminded what the question was. Actually, you know what? Goose card is like. Okay, wait. What? What was the question?
Okay, so this is wondering where you're going.
Just going out to the woods.
For what reason?
I had an appointment to make.
With whom? I'd like to push the bolt in all the way and start, like, not fully, like, rip off his fingernail, but damn near. Which, for someone with my strength, takes a lot of effort. So this is going to be, like, a slow, languorous process.
I'm brushing myself up on this person.
No problem.
It's okay. This is going to take a while anyway.
Yeah.
I
have many moods about this right now.
Okay.
And totally happy.
As you kind of inflict a little bit of pain on him, can everyone give me a perception check?
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone.
It's 22.
I don't want to look.
I'm too busy trying to push something into a fingernail.
Okay. Agnar.
Yes.
When he does this, we're literally like one frame of the camera's roll. You see his eyes change into slits. As he kind of winces in pain.
Almost like reptilian slits.
Well, you only saw it for the slightest of a moment, but basically his pupils went from this to like that.
All right, I'm going to hold on to that knowledge for a moment.
Okay.
Let's see how this pans out.
Okay. Gooseguard goes, the wolves are coming. You try to hide behind your walls, but it won't save you.
Where else do we go?
He looks at Bernhardt. You should just surrender.
Surrender to whom?
The end.
Oh, well, see, that does not work for me. I actually have places to go, people to see. Speaking of small chances, throwing this out there. Don't know if this place called the Underdark to you.
In the middle of an inter.
He looks confused. No, I've never heard of an Underdark.
Okay, just thought I'd ask. Who told you about this Hornsey?
I made it.
Who told you to mix this?
None of your business.
I will grab another bolt and I'll start it on another finger, leaving the first one still under it.
Okay, give me another intimidate check.
Yeah.
Bernhardt, a moment.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm gonna leave both the bolts in there. Just be like, just think about that for a second, and I'll be right back.
Remember, back in
69.
40, was it 44? Might have been 45. Winter of 44 or 45. Remember that hunter, that infestation?
I think so, yeah.
And when we got done taking care of all of them, we were sitting around the campfire, kind of just musing about things and how I said, man, I would hate to run into one of those that like had a man's form. Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Because I think we just ran into one.
Why do you say this?
His eyes did a thing with the eye thing.
Oh yeah, the eye thing.
Okay, so that's not very helpful. However,
I imagine it's something that Akulu's eyes might eventually turn into.
No, you saw. No, you didn't see my relative's homeboy.
No, but you told us all about it.
Yeah, they had like milky filmy eyes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Never mind. Yes.
Yeah.
So it was a correct, incorrect assumption.
Yeah.
So is this okay? I shall try something then. And he'll walk back in front of the guy. and he'll raise a crooked finger, or sorry, not crooked, a crooked finger towards this bound figure, and kind of thrust it forward as if he's like digging something out. And he says, while the cycle cannot be broken, small pieces can be removed. And I'm going to cast this to see if this has any effect. And hopefully it does. If not, then I am. Now, the downside is I just dispelled my own spell on him. So he'll have to fail the save again. But
Well, you didn't have a spell on him.
other than my spell?
Other than your spell.
Cool. All right, so that was not very useful. So it's not magic that is making him look like this.
Falky points to Hakan and says, "Are we ready to tag this guy in?"
Did you need a minute to like recollect and formulate a different approach, Bernie? You need a breather?
I mean, I don't know what to do with the information you said. So obviously, this pain is not something he is caring about. I'm sorry about this.
To interrupt you,
by the way.
Gooseguard starts to.
Should I?
Yeah, Bernie, go ahead and let's give Hakana
Let's tag
a
Hakana,
a
please.
literal crack at it.
Well, with the green light to go, Akon will not
Don't
even
start
waste
with
this.
though.
No. Akon will not waste the time, and he's gonna say, "Those fingers must be awfully painful right now." He's gonna place the hand on the table and just smash the hammer on top of that.
Jesus Christ!
All
right.
Should I
The
leave?
craziest part is he didn't remove the
Yeah,
bolts from the
yeah.
finger.
Don't matter.
All right. Miraculously, this guy did not pass out.
Wow.
But he is howling in pain.
Someone make it.
And
stop.
I'm gonna use. If you want me to roll intimidation, I would like to use my inspiration.
All right, go ahead.
Oof.
15.
Oh,
And I would like to say at the same time, you better talk, because next one will be even.
Undor! Undor! I was meeting Undor the Giant.
Hakon turns to Bernie.
Is that a name any of us
It
Roll
doesn't ring
history.
a bell to me.
familiar with the North would be roll history?
Yeah.
Yeah, just because I've lived in the.
you lived in the north.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Hakon's like,
I got a
giants have
3.
names?
Yeah, I've got a 0 int.
All right, none of you recognize the name.
All right.
This is a ice giant, a frost giant, as they say.
Yes, a frost giant. The chosen of the queen.
Oh, okay. So he is chosen by the queen.
What were you gonna tell him?
I was just going to tell him that his mother misses him.
Well, that is very kind of you. I mean, it's always nice to know that your mother is missing. Could you not be this? Could you be what you are normally? Apparently, it's not this. I mean, I want everyone to be truthful, so.
Did Zone of Truth end, or just end on him?
No, it's still technically on.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do another save.
It just isn't affecting him. Because I targeted him specifically.
He's saved, and now do another one. Okay, now it is once again in effect. And he's like, I was going to tell him about the death of King Gunvold.
Oh, okay.
It's. I mean,
The
it was not-
dissenters. The dissenters in the vote.
Who are the dissenters in the vote? Do we remember?
You guys have not been brought up to speed on that.
Oh, so you work with the dissenters? All right.
Okay, yeah. Who are their names? And I'll just put together a helpful list of who to invite to our next dinner party.
Also, I mean, I feel so bad. Is that who you really are? Could you just make yourself look normal, or whatever it is you normally look like?
This is the face I was born with. And as for those names, I'll gladly give it to you. It was Yofer, Holvey, and Clacker.
Clacker. I'll visit him as well.
Isn't he in the?
That's
Who
Falky.
brought this guy to us?
Falky.
Falky. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, isn't that one of the guys that literally right here?
Yeah, Holvey, Yulfer, no surprise there. None whatsoever. But Clacker kind of personally hurts.
That's right. So where? I know you're not acting alone. So where is it you meet the others?
Sorry, say that again. You cut out. Meet the others, then you cut out.
I know you're not acting alone. Where is it you meet the others?
Ah. Oh, you have no idea what's growing in the city. You think
No,
you
that's
think your enemies are in the woods, in the mountains, in the plains, by the river, and down the stream. We're here. The whole family.
I'm gonna need some elucidation on that point.
what he said, but with a word I understand.
He looks to Hakan for definition.
Repeat?
Wow.
Sorry, I was distracted by someone on this.
I'm going to need some elucidation on that last point. Elucidate me. Make me lucid.
Okay,
Explain and elaborate.
because when the guy
Yeah,
turns to Akon for details, Akon turns to Agnar going like,
E&D,
now that-
explain and elaborate.
He's starting to he's sweating from the pain. And he's like, my mother is going to eat you, King Agnar.
point of order, is there like a towel or something I can use to sponge this guy's face?
It's not
Don't
a,
bother, he'll be dead soon. It's fine.
No, don't worry, I have a plan. I need to know if this is important for my.
it's not a 5-star hotel. Our towel is neatly folded.
Yeah, we're currently.
Or a piece of cloth or anything.
Sure.
Use your clothes.
Okay, so Akon's gonna say,
I can't just
Okay,
Hulk
okay,
Hogan's out of his shirt.
I know you're a little bit uncomfortable right now, so let me help you a little. I just need to get my hands free, and I put my hammer on the table on his broken hand, and I leave it there as I go grab a towel and sponge his face. Or whatever, piece of cloth, whatever. And then I throw the thing away and I grab my hammer again. Are you gonna talk some more now?
Roll intimidate. With advantage. With advantage. At this point, you guys are basically on the cusp of breaking him, so roll with advantage. All intimidate checks from here on out.
I can't believe we're also
13! Damn it!
My mother, the one who birthed me, she's hungry.
I can't believe we're also going to be on trial for our war crimes.
Just like my son.
Well, he's the king. He decides.
My
I'm
son
out of-
boomed an ambulance, so I've scheduled his war crimes hearing for this Tuesday.
Um.
And I'm outside of Barrelful Claws, so I'm good.
Oh,
He
diplomatic.
He wasn't there at
immunity.
the Geneva Convention. He doesn't give a fuck.
All right. Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, let's go with a little bit.
How hurt does he look?
He has a broken hand.
Yeah, I mean he could take.
I mean,
he could
how-
take a bit
how
more
much-
punishment.
Damage. Oh.
Yeah, actually, go ahead and roll damage, Hakan.
On a scale of 1 to 43.
I'm assuming a normal hit.
Yeah.
On a
just roll
scale
damage.
of 1 to 8d8.
Oh, that's max damage.
He is what
Oh,
I
no,
call.
not max.
He's what I call wounded, but then he got cure wounds, so he's just
Yeah.
he's just looking like his bones are kind of after Bernhard cure wounds, his like bones have reconnected. So now he just looks bruised and bleeding. He's got abrasions across his entire hand. You know, real fun stuff. Real
Yes.
pretty.
So that was one of those.
Oh, no.
Con save. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! Did you?
I
Really,
know.
Is that what you wanted to do?
Not really.
Did you click the wrong thing? Or...
No, that was the spell I wanted, but I was like, I won't make that much damage. I've never made good damage on
So, Akulu, you and I are going to need to have a conversation where our perspective respectively lies for a
Look, he
little
might
bit.
say,
Okay.
and then
A
he'll
little.
only
Okay,
say
okay,
half.
He's gonna
okay.
fucking melt.
Okay.
Wait,
got-
I can burn a sorcery point and he'll auto save. So he'll
Okay,
only
you
say
can do
half.
that. All right.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay. So everyone's like contemplating what to do, and then Aklu just kind of hang on, kind of
It
extends
was
her
only
hand.
a little,
And it
a
just
little
goes,
bit.
and like this wash of magic flows over him, and he kind of withers like an old man. He's like,
He can have a little bit of necrotic energy as
all right. If it weren't for that healing, he'd be dead as hell. But
I'm sorry.
since you made him save, he only took 20 necrotic damage. So he's down to 2.
We had joked about a scale of 1 to 43, and I was like, yeah, 40's fine.
He doesn't have 43 hit points.
No.
He never had 43 hit points. And he never
No.
will. So
Not
he's
this-
looking at this. He looks like a husk of a person, and he goes,
Wait, do I get to roll intimidate?
no.
Nope.
He did 20 necrotic damage. I think he's ready to talk.
PR.
Do you have a spell in between shield touch and blind?
I
She went
consider
from cantrip to 4th level spell. That'll get him to talk.
look, he resisted practically everything else we did. I considered Thunder Wave, but I always roll like really good damage.
Thunderwave just blows Falky into the next room.
And magic and magic missile isn't cool.
So
But I mean, like that. It's essentially like punching him. You'd be bludgeoning him to death because it's pure force. But you also went from, I'm gonna throw like an M80 firecracker at him. To here's a pound of C4.
yeah. All right. So
It's okay, I reeled it in.
this husk of a man goes.
I was like, oh shit.
My mother is the Red Wolf. She came at night. She birthed me and my siblings. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. We look like you, but we're not. And my mother, she is underneath. She is hungry.
All right. At this point, Agnar's just going to step up. I'm assuming like he just full on fell over onto the floor, like tied to the chair.
I think, the spell just washed over him like an evil bath.
Oh,
He's
okay.
just kind of clinging.
Evil
to
bath.
Yeah, just walk over, lay a hand on his shoulder, and lay on hands and I'll give him 15 hit points back. Look, this is getting a little excessive. I'm going to give you a choice here. Tell us what we need to know.
I've told you everything. My
You
mother
haven't
is the
told-
Red Wolf. She will feast on your hearts, and then
I'm
the gates will
I'm gonna
open.
flick his nose.
Ow, not the nose.
Let me finish. I mean, you don't want to see what happened to the last guy who let me finish and give us what we need. Tell us where your mother is. Tell us what the plan is. And I will make sure that your death is quick.
I want death. The cave. The cave, the cave, the cave.
What cave?
Underneath the bridge.
What bridge?
The North Bridge.
Your mother is the Red Wolf?
Yes.
What is she? What are you?
I am a false man.
Okay.
And she is the Night Garm.
And how many of you are there?
I don't know. Half a dozen at least. We weren't all together. She gives us orders. Through one of the false men. We have opened the walls. We have planted the fire. We have reported.
What is the fire?
Fire. Fire, the fire. The Iron Hall has a great cellar. Great cellar. We have put in chemicals. With a single addition, it will explode.
I'm gonna look over to Falky and just kind of eye towards the door, and
he nods and he motions his Huskarls.
When is all of this supposed to happen?
When Undor sounds the horn.
And I'm assuming he's waiting on a messenger to bring him news of what's going on inside before the horn is sounded?
We know not the hour that the Queen will attack. We simply are vigilant before then. But there is a present arriving for my mother to kill King Gunvald. But the target has changed. And the present is being prepared. The one who will kill you. The one who knows not how to sate its hunger. It is always eating. Eating itself, eating that around it. Craves meat. We have given it a potion. And when the time is right. And he blacks out.
He blacks out?
Mostly because I was about to.
Okay. And as promised, quick and painless.
Okay.
And I'll just draw my sword and slit his throat.
Okay.
All I'm saying is Blight worked.
I mean, to be fair, it did.
The fingernail thing worked too, but it's just really grossing me out, man.
I mean, everyone was supremely effective. I'm both disgusted by and proud of all of you. That was beautiful.
Hang on. As you say that,
terrifying.
Hang on, my little baby is here. I gotta give her a kiss, and I don't want her to.
Oh.
Good night. Go away so I can.
Good night.
All right. So since you slit his throat, right? As you say that, blood is trickling down, and suddenly this green kind of pus oozes out of it. Leftovers from the blight spell.
Legit?
Yeah.
Like legit, just leftover?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
'cause she basically blighted his entire being.
That's, as I was saying, both beautiful and terrifying.
Like
Just like I like my partners.
So I take it
anywho.
you're a Yennefer guy. Same. Yennefer is waifu.
Is it break time now?
Yes.
Point of order. It's waifu.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't.
And on that note,
It's spelled waifu.
No, it's spelled. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, you're right.
Laundry is
You're right.
Japanese, yeah.
No, it's just the AI it would be. Okay, I'm wrong.
yeah.
But I'm man enough to admit it.
Yeah, like you can't say
What a
the
good-
past tense of crit is
Critted.
crap.
Yeah,
It's not crat.
It's
Nor is it
critted.
critted. No,
Or
it's not.
crow.
What? Get out. We are get out.
Crow.
All right.
Smite, smitten, smote.
Yes, but that's not.
So it's
Crit-
cried.
Critten?
No, it's
I'm
crit,
just-
Criton and Crow.
It's an
I-
abbreviation of
I
critical
critted
hit
on my
or
roll and
critically hit. You do not hitted. You do not hitten.
Dying hit.
It's just crit.
I know what your next emote needs to be.
It's just crit.
And Blinky is absolutely right in chat. Maybe you didn't hit it, but Blinky hit it.
Never argue with the Scot on grammar. All right, we're gonna go to break with this revelation of infiltrators within the city. I that kind of, when I was doing that voice, I kind of almost made myself pass out. So I'm gonna go eat something, just something small.
Okay.
And yeah, so we will be back in about 15 minutes. So we'll be back about 20 after. Got another hour 40 of dire roll and frost. Don't go anywhere. I said that weird.
Shit.
Goodbye. We'll be back. Hello, we are back. What are you nerds doing? Specifically that nerd.
Yeah. We don't.
So, you guys just
Hurtful.
interrogated this guy, and you learned that there is something called a night garm making false men under a bridge.
The North
We know.
Bridge.
Yeah, we know which bridge.
Considering I only see 2 bridges in the map of Suderhofen, we've got a pretty good idea where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Near the Iron Hall. And that would pan out with this guy's claim that they dug into the cellar of the Iron Hall and planted essentially what is a tactical nuke underneath it.
Ah, wrong fucking monitor. Sorry.
Also, seeing as we don't know who uses these horses so far, is it perhaps in our best interest to close them now?
That's happening. We're getting too close to the end game here. We got as much information out of leaving them open as we could, so
It's actually called it.
yeah, well.
Yeah, endgame is when we have like 5 or 6 of these campaigns in the same universe, and then everyone plays their characters again to fight a purple scrotum.
Yeah, we're still in phase 1.
Scrotum. God damn it.
I can't wait to see Caddy
He's a
show up at
Balchini.
the last minute.
Wait, and then the very tail end of it is, oh yeah, well, I am Iron Banner.
Oh God, get out!
Anyway, since we're not currently building a D&D themed cinematic universe.
Aren't we?
Shh, we can't let them know that yet.
Yeah, but then the person who plays Spider-Man tweeted about it, so it's screwed. The news.
God damn it, Sko.
He's not playing Spider-Man, he's playing a Warlock of Lulz.
Yeah, he's playing
Okay.
Scarlet Witch.
If anything. I mean, let's be real. We're talking about Sko here. He'd be lucky to make a Baron Zemo.
Hey, don't talk shit about Pink Sock Guy. Because Pink Sock Guy is one of the coolest Marvel villains. Alright? I'll have you know. He runs around in a
I can't
pink
believe we've become
sock
a Disney
Without context.
with a
podcast.
rapier.
Without context, calling some dude Pink Sock Guy.
That's his name.
Blinky has a point, by the way, in chat. I just want to.
Yeah, she ain't wrong.
Alright, so Wolf Mother, Under the Bridge. Except Under the Bridge was Red Hot Chili Peppers, not Wolf. But
Oh my god.
we hadn't had a song reference yet. It had to be done.
Did
I'm
it?
sorry.
No, we did. I said turn around.
Oh, damn it, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's fair.
I got it in.
That's fair. Hero Boy Blue! Yeah, so we're going to the bridge.
Mhm.
Yep.
Is that what you think is happening? Okay.
Okay.
Well, we gotta investigate this cave.
Alright, you guys arrive at the bridge.
So he said underneath. So is there a way to get underneath? Are there stairs that go underneath? Or a pad that goes underneath?
We all know Hakan traditionally follows the rules of society and refuses to stray from paths.
Well, I mean,
He's
if
so
we-
used to city life.
It's if only we had someone here that would be willing to jump into the water and
Punch
swim
through.
ahead of the ship, punch through a dock, and rip an enormous chain out of the wall.
Yes.
But we don't know anyone
That-
like that.
We don't. And if we did, I'm not sure we'd know where to find him.
I mean, we have the person that he learned all that from, so
Oh, god damn it. You just threw a gauntlet down.
You
And I
have to
was
be
not
nearly as-
prepared for.
You have to be almost as cool as Fenrir.
That no one can be almost as cool as Fenrir. That is not possible.
But imagine if you had managed to pull the tree out of the ground.
yeah, I wish. So from the bridge, can we see this cavern?
Why don't you guys give me perception? Actually, investigation.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
let's do perception instead.
Yeah, let's do
Why-
perception. As a
Alright.
scout, I'm better at
You
perception.
guys can roll perception or investigation, but if you roll perception, it's going to be a higher DC.
I'm fine with that. I'm a better scout.
Okay, well, fuck, guys.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if that's a trade-off I'm willing to take. So, okay.
Okay. All right.
Bernard can't see anything over the railing.
Yep.
You all identify that over on the eastern bank, just beneath the bridge, is a cave that's covered by hanging vines, and you guys spot a small, worn path leading from the water up to the cave.
So do you want to go down there?
Well, Akon's gonna point out that. Well, actually, before I say that, Jaken, would
me.
we have had some sort of small rest
Actually, since when? Since the interrogation?
since? No,
Yes.
since the battle with the.
Oh yeah, this is the next day.
Yeah, this is the next day.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Yes, I'm ready to go.
You right.
We didn't rest between here in the battle with here in the interrogation though.
You guys can have a short rest, but I don't think that's going to help anyone because it's mostly spell slots.
Yeah.
And none of you are wizards.
Or warlocks.
Right.
Or druids.
Druids get stuff on short rest?
Yeah, if they take the Circle of the Land, they basically get the Arcane Recovery for their druid spells.
I mean, I can also just burn sorcery points whenever because I'm not a friggin' scrub.
Until Xanthars came out, every druid I played with was like, Circle of the Moon, please. So...
I mean, it's still not the wrong choice.
I want to try Circle of Spores so bad.
Oh, it's so fun. Anyway.
Did I tell you I tore my my Eberron book? It's got a little tear on the cover. And it's only going to get bigger.
I have a glue that's safe for book covers. We'll talk later. I'll give you some recommendations.
Thank you. All right, and
so is there a cave or something? As you know.
There's I think we're gonna. I think we're just hopping over to investigate, and with that, Agnar will just. Whoop.
You guys want to get to because you can only see it from the opposite side. So you guys go over to that side and then hoop, or do you just hoop right into the river?
Opposite side, please.
What does the current look like? We'll go to the opposite side.
It's a pretty gentle current. It is winter, however, but since this river feeds into the ocean and it's very near the ocean, you know, the ocean is like, hey, it's right over there. So it's not frozen over. But further up it is probably frozen over, so it's like a slower trickle than normal than in summer when it's like, you know, full blast.
I can see my hometown ocean from here.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not swimming. Thank you.
No, other
we'll
side.
walk to the
Climb
other
down.
side and heat ourselves over.
Okay. The path is very narrow, so I'm gonna need acrobatics checks. Just stick the land.
Even for someone that's small.
I will give you advantage.
Okay.
Okay, well, get the towels, guys. Because I ain't making it on that path.
I don't want to die.
You didn't need it, Bernhard.
He's small.
Yeet!
Yeah, you guys all come over and then use your... You
see Akon not even making it close to the path. He's just like, well, proof.
Everyone manages to land. Agnar barely. You know, you scratch and you kind of like grab onto something, and then you guys just see Hakan go whoop, right into the river.
Okay, what do I need to do to get out of there and get on the path?
Looks like we're gonna need to get a new Fjellflow.
Give me an athletics check.
Athletics, I'm good at that, though I might have just cursed myself.
Yes, Blinky, Hakan was yoked.
Alright, you managed to swim to the side of the river and pull yourself up onto the small path. You're now like hanging onto it like you're in some kind of stealth game. You know, up against a wall.
Okay, I press space bar and immediately jump back into the water, and I curse at myself.
Wrong goddamn button! I thought it was B!
Okay, well, I'll try to climb onto the ledge. Or onto the path.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, dear lord. Oh, 17!
Oh. Alright,
I learned from my lesson.
You pull yourself up very slowly and you catch your balance. However, because of all the commotion, anyone inside the cave is probably aware of your approach.
Maybe we were just throwing a big lug into the water.
I was going to ask 2 by 2 what's your marching order, but then I didn't need to.
Oh, okay.
Because I know which two are in front and which two are in back.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. And the
And then
Cave
we go.
of Wonders opens before us.
All right, you guys enter through the cave, like brushing aside the overgrown vines, and inside you find, curiously, a stone structure, an old tomb.
Divine Sense.
Okay. What is the categories you?
Divine Sense
Undead,
is...
Fiend, Celestial, and
That's it.
Aberration?
No, I think it's just Undead, Fiend, Celestial. And my Oath doesn't modify it at all.
Okay, you do not sense anything.
Okay.
However, if I could continue.
Yeah.
There is
I guess.
a bioluminescent purple moss hanging on the ceiling and kind of dangling down in tendrils, glowing tendrils that illuminate the area in this soft purple light, with the sunlight kind of eking through the vines, washing out the color a bit. And standing between two pillars, kind of braced against them, is this very large bipedal wolf with flaming red fur. Not that it's on fire, just, very, very red, like it's covered in blood, like it bathes in blood. And also inside this cavern are two normal-looking field folk.
Fjell folk?
Not field folk, sorry, thank you. Bear folk.
Okay.
However, they do have swords drawn. And the wolf opens its great big maw and it says, "Unexpected. You must have found one of my children. No matter. I guess the more direct approach we'll have to take."
Well, I mean, I was just can we borrow a cup of sugar?
Roll initiative.
Whoever gets the highest initiative get the cup of sugar.
You guys want to throw up the
Yeah, I'm working on
any
it.
mods on?
Oh, apparently the bath of cold water awoken.
Nope. Mine is not working.
Me either. Might work for new guy though. It worked
Yep, let
earlier.
me try. Nope, bot is rebroken.
Real quick, let me fix the bot. This
While
bot is
he's
getting increasingly dumb.
while he's working on fixing the bot, those of you tuned in that would like to patronize those people that make these wonderful maps and tokens. Maps are by Gabriel Picard. Tokens are a mix of Oliver Smith and Wider Path Gaming. Hashtag not sponsored. We just love their work.
And they did give us permission.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the bot's not working. Hashtag it's exclamation mark marks maps and exclamation mark tokens. My bot is being dumb.
I see the restream bot in the moderators, but I don't see any other bot. Are you sure, Zach?
Linky, thanks for the bits. I would have seen it if my bot was working. No, I'm on the bot right now, and it's like, yeah, those are your commands, but I don't know how to do it. Oh, it's currently offline.
Yeah, as I was telling.
My bot says it's offline, and there's no toggle. I think it thinks the stream is down. I'm live on Twitch, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It says live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to talk to my bot guy. It was working earlier. Yeah, but it currently says offline. All right. Well, at least we got the thing once. I just wanted to do it again. Thank you guys. I'm sorry for bringing everything down. Speed wise. Okay, so the big monster has 15, and little dogs 2 got 13. Oh, so Bernhardt, you're up.
All right. Well, first and foremost, Bernhardt is going to, as his holy symbol begins to sparkle, he brings up a finger to touch it, and some of the sparkling light transfers to his finger, and then he draws circles around everyone, including himself, and says that Oda is our greatest strengths, and he's got at second level, he's going to cast Bless on everybody.
Everybody wants to be blessed.
And I'm also going to be using. Everyone have fun tonight. I'm going to be using my class ability. What is it? Embodiment of the law to cast this bless as a bonus action. And then I am going to move right here. And this probably will have cover, but I'm going to take a shot with my crossbow at the big bad wolf.
Yes, he does have cover. He's got half cover, so he's going to get +2 AC.
Doesn't matter.
Fire off a shot, and it goes somewhere. We may never know. Done?
It was 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I only have 5 feet of movement, so I'm just going to stay.
A con.
I'm just setting up something quickly before I move. It's on hit, right? So for hit dice, for melee weapons, yeah, and saving throws. Twing, 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 twing.
Keep in mind, there is a staircase. They're all on a higher level than y'all.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna say.
I thought it was going down.
Okay, well I'll try that, and if it doesn't work, it's fine. I'll roll it manually.
They're up.
So 1, 3.
1, 3. That tracks.
4, 5, 6. I can hit this thing.
Yep.
Very well.
I'd imagine so.
Is it a giant?
Is it a giant?
It's large.
No, it is not a giant.
Where did I put the description for?
Besides, your thing is with constructs.
Constructs, yeah, sorry,
His
my
thing
bad.
is giants.
Well, it's still a good question, just not for me. I'm gonna attack her-ish.
Her.
However, yeah, it looks bad enough, so I'm gonna go all. So bonus action, fighting spirit to give advantage on all my rolls. I also have 5 temporary hit points, which I'm probably gonna lose very quickly, but I'm gonna put them in, and then I'm gonna go all out. 17 for 12, or actually 20 for 12.
You have a great weapon fighting.
I do. So thank you for reminding me. I actually have a class action to reroll that. So twing.
Okay. So that's a lot of fucking damage. 16.
20. I can roll
2.
that one. I will.
Okay. It's 10 plus 3. So
1. One
okay.
more. And then I'm gonna action surge, and I'm gonna attack 2 more times. 28. Actually, that's an insane hit, and for full max damage. And then 1 more time. 17, 21 actually to hit, and I can reroll that too, which +1 damage.
Okay, it's wounded now.
Hello, it's me, Hakon.
Are you done?
Sadly, yes. I wish I could action surge again, but I can't.
Aku, you are up.
The fact that you just said, I wish I could action surge again. It's wounded. Leave her be. Cool. We'll keep it real simple. Because it seems like people are doing okay. Blight! I considered it like, let's just end this real fast. But that makes for a boring stream. So we're gonna magic missile just at level 1.
Against whom?
And they're all gonna direct towards this individual.
This fellow.
Yes.
Okay.
Top.
He hath been missiled.
Yes. And that's my turn.
Yeah. All right. The Nightgarm's turn, who I forgot to give sight. So, he or she, sorry.
She can identify any way she wants. You're muted, Caddy. Oh no, he's pulling out the book. I'm gonna get wrecked here.
I don't think it matters. Okay. She's just gonna try to bite you. She's got spells, but you're like right up in her grill, beating the crap out of her. So, +8 to hit.
Oof! I'm gonna get wrecked.
So she needs an 8.
And that's a crit.
That's a
Hey
crit.
guys, it was fun knowing you.
She needs an 8?
No. Yes, she needed an 8 to hit. And she got
To
a
hit
20.
me, yeah.
So she
Oh
rolled a
my
28,
God.
which is a crit.
Oh,
And
God.
she does 46 piercing damage.
Are you fucking serious right now?
I am. And you need to make a strength save.
Well,
I
I'm
am-
wounded already.
I am going to blight is the answer to that.
You said a strength?
Yes, a strength save.
18.
18. Okay. Okay. So she failed to swallow you.
Help?
That's her turn. Their turn.
Thank God she doesn't have another attack like that.
This one is going to kind of skirt along the edge here. And as it runs by, it's going to stab at Hakan with his sword. Rolls a 15, which is a miss.
Yes.
But it gets 2 attacks, so it's going to go for another one.
I
And miss
didn't have
again.
to. Thank you.
This one's going to run down the stairs and lunge at Aakulu. That's going to be a hit.
Oh yeah,
Hold
my
on.
boy.
I use my reaction. Any
Neat.
damage she takes, I take it instead.
Okay. Agnar takes 6 piercing damage. And then she's
Is that including its plus?
No.
I
No.
can't reduce this damage. This is like
Okay, it's +2. Sorry,
magically
that's 8.
being siphoned.
I don't know
to
why
me.
I just said 6. Take 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to attack again and miss. Okay, Agnar, you're up.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. Here we go. Okay. I will step up to this guy and swing. Where is it? There it is.
Nice.
That is a 12 to hit. Oh, no, sorry. That is a 16 to hit because #blessed.
You hit.
Okay, 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
We're going to roll it again. That is an 18 for 7 slashing.
You hit.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, we are going to cast Shield of Faith on Aakulu.
It doesn't work because she doesn't believe.
I don't have to believe he does.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. You're done, right?
Yeah, done.
All right, Bernhardt, you're up.
Okay. I just saw this giant wolf just like rip a large section out of Hakan, and perhaps like, oh, fellas, that was unexpected. Okay, so the price of maintaining the order is a costly one. I could pay, and then digs into his own flesh.
Yeah, so basically what happened was this thing dislocated its jaw and bit Hakan's entire torso, hoisted him off the ground, and then he struggled against it, and then it dropped him, unable to swallow him because he hoisted himself off, and he fell with this huge gash across his chest from the bite.
That's just
And
some
then-
nightmare fuel.
And then Bernie was like, nah, take this.
Nah, bro.
So it came back 36.
36.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the good news is I can live one more of this, assuming she doesn't go another.
Well, that was a crit.
Yeah.
And I rolled pretty oof. As in, I rolled pretty badly. Yeah. I rolled middling.
It's still scary.
It'll be fine. I've got a
You're
fourth
not-
level spell. I've got a 4th level spell slot. It'll be fine.
But that is it for me.
Okay, Hakan, you're back.
Well, at ESC, I'm going to use a bonus action to activate Fighting Spirit because I need everything I need right now. And I don't care about little schmuck here. I'm going all out against her because how? Like, ow.
22 is
So
it.
that's a 20 for a reroll. I really should have both on the same thing, but it's not how the sheet works. There you go. And another attack. Where's Wishy's Assurance? And advantage. 23. And I can reroll both of these, so I'm going to reroll both. Twing and twing.
Okay, she's badly injured.
Take that, you don't scare me. I'm done.
Kulu, you're up.
We're gonna blight her because Hakon looked real rough. I was like, I'll just leave him to it. He's got it. He couldn't handle it.
She has a +4 con, so she needs 11 up. She didn't get it. She's dead. Kulu just extends her hands and just like she just shrivels up and dies. That's it.
And then I brushed my hands off. So it was gross to watch.
Wait, now we're getting squeamish about killing things?
Look, blight's just real nasty.
I
It's
agree.
kind of like when you drink from the wrong cup in a certain Indiana Jones movie.
You
Yeah.
have chosen
Poorly.
poorly.
Are you done?
Yeah, that's just about it.
Okay. This guy is going to stab Hakan and hit for 6 and miss. The other one's going to stab Akulu because she just melted mommy.
Yeah.
So that's a crit.
Shield won't help me now.
I'm going to use my reaction.
Okay.
Are
You
you sure
take
about that?
9 piercing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately these guys, their damage comes from sneak attack, but the fight didn't help.
Enable that.
Yeah. And then that's a miss. Agnar, you're up.
My first attack is going to be a boot to his chest, trying to push him back up the stairs. Get him away from Kulu.
Okay. He's like clinging on to life here.
Oh, well then I'll just swing at him. Cling on to this. 14 to hit.
I didn't know we were in the Star Trek universe.
Assimilate this. That was a Klingon.
Does that hit?
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I had my sheet up. I didn't. Okay, so then.
You can come up to here and like slash at their ankles.
Yeah, let's do that. Pardon me, excuse me, coming through. And also, is this a regular attack or
Regular attack.
regular attack? That is 27 to hit.
Oh.
That's a miss. Do you
Okay,
wanna
well,
do you wanna do a divine schnoobadooba?
No, you still have bless.
I do. It's a 27. It's not a 20.
Oh, that's right. I saw it at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah, 27 to hit for 12 slashing. Spell.
Let's do like
Yeah,
a first level.
Let's drop a first on it. 2d8 for
Okay.
11 more radiant.
Alright, this creature is vulnerable to radiant.
Oh,
Oh.
well.
It melts with divine light.
Oh.
All right. Well,
That's all she wrote.
can't. Hakan, I don't know what you were doing.
I almost got eaten.
I saw that, and I still don't know why you chose to.
It was the biggest thing in this room.
It was a poor tactical decision. Like, I'm just going to go get eaten.
No, I fought it. I landed some solid blows on it.
I'm just messing with you.
Fair enough. How the
Um,
answer would have felt folk dissolve.
investigate all of the things.
Okay, someone in chat, try to do maps tokens again. My bot guy just
Got it.
restarted the bot.
There
Yay! He fixed it.
Boom. Lovely.
I'm asking him to teach me how to restart it because I could not find that option.
Teach me how to Dougie.
You can leave now, actually.
Okay, bye guys.
We're white, so it's instruct me how to Douglas.
All right, so roll investigation.
That's a thing that I'll do. That's a 13 that I did.
All this really shows is that this large wolf creature has been living here for some time.
Okay.
And you do see... You find remains for about a half dozen individuals. Just the bones. Akulu. You find some vocabulary. I have a very good vocabulary, but it often it's hard to, it's like having too many Chrome tabs open.
Yeah, sift through.
Yeah.
Me fail English, that impossible.
You find several scrapes in the stone. It appears something large and heavy was pushed into position, but it is no longer there now. And whatever it was appears to have a vaguely cube shape, at least 10 feet wide.
Jicken, have I ever fought something that even closely resembled the thing we...
The Night Garm?
Yeah?
No.
I want to investigate it.
Okay. Roll
Just
nature.
learn more about it, essentially.
Yeah, roll nature.
Nature, it's something I'm not good at, but I still want to... 11. I can't spit on that.
You don't really ascertain much about it. This is its only, it's not a shapeshifter, so it doesn't, shape back into a human. It's just, this is what it is. It appears to be able to unhinge its jaw, and it was trying to swallow you, but that much you kind of got already.
Yep.
Other than that, it appears to be a very, very strange bipedal wolf man. Very large, very in charge, very
Well, man.
disgusting.
Any thoughts, folks? Like, I'm not picking up much here.
Do you think? Hey, look at these marks. Do you think this could have been where they were holding explosives?
That's possible. They would have had to bring it by boat.
Well, if they are strong, they could just carry it.
Through the city?
It's just to the Iron Hall, which is
Oh, you meant like from here to the Iron Hall? Yeah. Bernie, I get what you mean. I was more right now. I was more into how they got the explosive here first.
as you bring in a little at a time through those holes in the wall, and then build it, and then carry it to the Iron Hall. Also, they mentioned the cellar, so you think there would be some sort of passage from here to there, unless the Iron Hall knew about this and they are in on it.
Bernhardt, if you'd like to make an investigation check following Akulu's lead, you can make it with advantage.
Sure. Bernhardt will push up his glasses and thoroughly investigate.
Okay. And Khan, you haven't made an investigation check either?
Well, not for the room. I investigated the
You
thing,
can-
but I can.
If you'd like, you can also make it at advantage, given...
Well, yeah, we're
Akulu's
talking
lead.
about it, so might as well look around. Oh, 19.
Okay. Hakan, looking around where Akulu mentioned, she points out the grooves, and you kind of like get down in a hunched position, and you kind of feel your hand around. You find some brown fur matted with blood.
But she had red fur, so it's not hers. Brown fur. Well, I pointed out in case somebody has an idea, because right now Akon is like, brown fur.
Once you're aware of it, and once everyone else is aware of it, every place where the groove where it seems the grooves ended, where the object came to stop, there's quite a bit of brown fur and specks of dried blood all about that area. It kind of blended in with the like the moss and the puddles of water.
General filth, yeah.
I am at a complete loss here.
I'm gonna go investigate the other two guys.
The other what?
The other two dead bodies.
Okay.
Kind of want. I'm not sure if I'll be intelligent enough to make the link, but I'm wondering if the brown fur might not be linked with them, because it was said that she gave birth to essentially them. So I'm wondering if maybe they had. That's a one way to say shut up.
No.
Nope.
They look like better folk.
Bernhardt will take out his pickaxe and start trying to like lift up the floor where the blood is, thinking like, oh, maybe there's like a secret tunnel there.
Okay. You start scratching at the stones, and some of them come up, but they don't. There's nothing beneath them. However, when you pull up one of the stones, the bottom of the stone has an engraving in it.
In a language.
You were really breaking up, Fisto. Could you say that again?
Is it in a language?
You can roll Arcana. It is obviously magical. It's a magical glyph of some kind.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's all you can ascertain. This appears to be a magical glyph of some kind.
And this is from
one of the stones that he kind of just pulled up with his pickaxe.
right, and that was you were doing that around where this object came to a stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Akulu rolled
Kulu,
it.
you take the thing and you look at it, and you've studied magic a bit, trying to understand your own power, and you don't quite understand exactly what this means, but it bears similarities to a sigil associated with the spell of silence, but it's altered.
Okay. Yeah. It's silent. It's kind of like if you were causing everything to be silent, right? But it's wrong. Like they got it wrong. Like this isn't supposed to be here. And then this line's kind of like crooked compared to that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's how could they mess that up there with that with the crooked?
Oh yeah,
Duh.
totally.
Duh.
Shut up, Hakon. You don't even like magic.
Yeah, shut
Don't
up.
even go here.
Quit trying to make fetch a thing. Fetch is never.
Are there more of these stones?
They probably just needed this one. But why did they need silence? Didn't seem like they were too.
Well, if they're digging would make sound. Silence would mute the sound.
Yeah, do you see signs of digging anywhere?
Well, there's claw marks or scraping marks. That
Yeah,
makes
there's
sound.
also blood and fur. And you know what also made a lot of sound? That time when you crushed that guy's hand with Bernie's bolts under his nails.
Well, he needed to talk. I didn't turn him into some sort of semi-skeleton.
Jacob, from what I remember the map, we came in and then like it rose up to where they were, and then it kind of turned into a round circle, and they were like,
Yeah,
were they
I can put you back on the
sarcophagi,
map.
or
Yeah. They look like old kind of tombs. The tombs are inlaid in the ground, so the lids are like above ground, but the tombs themselves would be below the stones.
all right, I'm gonna go over and just try to. Oh well, could someone help me with this? I am not very
Oh,
sure.
I will.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah. We got you, buddy. On three. One,
Right.
3.
All right. You hoist it up, and inside is a skeleton, fairly well preserved. However, it bears some interesting features. Beneath it, as if it had fallen off of it, are small scales, and it has horns, small horns coming out of its skull.
But the skull is a human skull?
Otherwise, it's a human skeleton.
Okay. No, I wouldn't know what this is. There's no point in rolling the. At least in my case.
What?
That's right. Well, maybe it's this other one has the horn.
Yeah, let's check this other one.
All right. You open it, and there is no skeleton. However, there is a burned imprint of a vaguely human shape.
Well, ain't that an enigma wrapped in a mystery?
Is there anything on the inside of the lids?
Yes, there is. You turn the lids over, and on each one is a lengthy inscription in a language that you might recognize. One of them, the one with the horns and the scales, is in Draconic, and the other one is written in Celestial, if anyone can read Celestial. Okay.
Wouldn't it be a plot
You're
twist
the
if I could?
paladin. I know. Right?
So,
I didn't get any extra languages.
You with the Draconic.
Yeah.
You read this. It appears to be written in the form of a ballad. And I don't have it prepared, but the gist of it is that this
I was going to be really impressed if you had, honestly.
This appears to be the son of the Dragon of the Four Winds, the greatest of them all. came to this land
Gonna be the very best.
to find its siblings scattered throughout the world, but instead helped defeat the Ettins and helped establish a colony for the Barrowfolk.
Wait. Is Akulu reading this aloud or translate?
She'd probably read it over and then deliver Jaken's translation.
Okay,
Short
fair.
form. Yeah.
Wait.
Have you tried reading poetry in a different language? It does not translate literally.
Yeah, it
No,
doesn't rhyme at all.
That's fair. You said the Dragon of the Four Winds?
I want to make a religion check.
Same. Or
It's going to be hard.
You know what's really wild is I'm proficient in religion.
Is Agnar?
I'm an atheist.
Like a good atheist, you're proficient in religion.
wait, hold on. Atheist is
research.
proficient in religion. The paladin is not.
Wait.
That's because he just
What?
needs to believe. He doesn't need to know. He just needs to believe.
Right. Yep.
This is the difference between a missionary and a
Well,
theologian.
also, point of order, the skill religion is like broad, whereas your character only knows your religion.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm more like I'm trying to figure this out.
I figure.
Have you guys rolled? Because I don't see it.
Oh.
No, I was
Okay.
laughing.
I was afraid that Roll20 was giving me the boot.
You know, I figure Agnar's racking his head.
I
thinking
waited
about this.
to see if you were proficient to see if I could get like advantage, but you're just not.
Because Agnar remembers something being said about
Is Bernhardt not?
some
Akulu.
dragon goddess.
There is a mention of a dragon of the northern wind who is said to be the consort of Thora.
But didn't Thora her like all of the greatest dragons were born from her body, right?
Yeah, so the dragon of the north wind was probably like a modern rendition. It would probably be a Dreki of the north wind.
Yeah.
Because her spawn were the Dreki, and then when she died, she birthed the dragons. So
I could reason that the dragon of the four winds probably something from her like slain body.
I'm not going to confirm anything for you. That's for you to infer. Your role implies that you remember hearing about a dragon of the north wind who was probably a Dreki in the stories, but is colloquially called the dragon of the north.
Colloquially called the dragon of the north wind.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably like more in like religious canon, it would be a Dreki. Because according to the Northmen, Dreki predate dragons.
Cool.
Right.
How do you spell Dreki? I'm trying to take notes.
Dreki.
I have a thing.
Bernhardt's going to be investigating the little alcove here, touching the wall.
Okay. They do appear to be two like little inlets, but whatever purpose they served is unknown.
But the walls are real. Nothing
Illusionary. No. However, this spot right here seems to be where the Nightgarm slept. So it's like covered in shedded red fur and bones. And...
Okay. Okay, so this was very odd. Anyone else have ideas?
Well, right now I'm more concerned about how they got here without being seen or heard. Well, heard, we might know about the weird silence. And then how they got the crafted explosives to the Iron Hall without being seen. If there's no tunnel leading from here to the Iron Hall, then that means they had to come out of here with the explosives.
I mean, they look like Barrowfolk.
Right.
Yeah, but people would ask questions if somebody had, like, let's say, a barrel or a bag of some sort and said, "I need to go to the cellar of the Iron Hall." Wouldn't what's her name ask questions?
Unless she was in on it.
Yeah, we really can't answer these questions until we go check on the group we sent to the Iron Hall.
Yeah,
Because that things that we killed said that there were many people that went against us, and Klaka and Gofa and the other one Sains. So they could just be like, "Oh, this is some mead I am sending this whore."
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You see, oops, sorry, go ahead.
I would say I think our best next step is to make it over to the Iron Hall and see how Falky and his men are faring.
Perhaps this Tjod is also in on it.
Somehow?
Nah.
I doubt it.
Nah.
He's too lazy.
He's chill.
Is he so?
You see, King Agnar, I truly enjoyed the alliance between Fjellfolk and Barrowfolk, but you guys do way too much
Too much what?
deception.
Oh. You are
If a
speaking of...
Fjellfolk doesn't like me, he's gonna come punch me in the face or just outright say it. I don't.
You are speaking of deception, lies.
I mean, yeah, at this point, I'd say we climb back up and walk on into the Iron Hall as soon as we climb up.
Okay. You guys head to the cellar, and you guys hear raised voices coming from within.
Of course we do. Fucking raised voices.
You can make out the voice of Ragnhild.
Uh-huh.
That's her name.
Can't make out the second voice?
She's doing most of the talking.
I would like to politely eavesdrop and hear what she said.
Okay. It seems that Falky is demanding to start opening some of her casts, and she is protesting.
The lady doth protest too much.
Get out of my head!
Those loud sounds.
Yeah, that's there's not really anything supremely suspicious about that. She's protecting her stock, so I'll just.
And then you also hear at one point Falky goes, "We have orders from the king," and she says, "He's been king a day."
And I'll take this opportunity to yep, and I'm already ordering him to open up all of your casks.
My liege, this isn't just local mead. Some of these barrels are from kingdoms we've sacked hundreds of years ago. Like, this wine is from a region of the Naaman Empire that wasn't the Naaman Empire when we took it.
Which cask are then not identifiable by...
Well, they all have identifiers, you Fjellfolk brute. I have categorized all my alcohol, and there are no extra casks. They're all accounted for and expensive.
And you will be compensated. This is a matter of extreme urgency. Falky, did you tell her what's going on?
Falky says, "I was keeping it close to the chest."
Ragnhild, someone snuck something into your cellar that's basically just gonna blow an enormous hole in the middle of Suderhofen.
What? No.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No.
No,
Only me and Audie have the key to the cellar.
who?
Audie,
Okay, who's Adi?
my assistant.
So let's get Adi in here, shall we? Let's get this straightened up.
Well, it's his day off.
Of course.
Shall
it
I go
is.
fetch him?
Let's all go. Ragnhild, if you'd be so kind as to.
Well, hang on. Before you start opening my barrels, if what you're saying is there's some kind of someone replaced some of my alcohol with something volatile,
Mm-hmm.
well, if it's granular, if you knock on the barrel, it'll sound different.
But what if it's liquid?
Well, can we at least start with the assumption
We
that
can-
something is granular?
By all means, let's start. If everything sounds liquid, then you're
Well, I don't
no
trust
further
these
nor worse than we
boys'
are.
ears to detect correctly. Let me write down Audie's address, and I will oversee the knocking of the barrels in the year 1252. And she grabs a piece of parchment and she scratches down the address and hands it to you. It's my king. Now, boys,
Bernie
move
has a
and
hand
don't
up.
touch
Oh,
anything.
yes. Hold on a sec, Ragnhild. Yes. Bernhardt.
So I don't know much about. If we do open the barrel, can we not just close them again? I don't understand why this is a big issue.
Well, some of
We
these
take
I
the
wouldn't
lid
want
off,
to aerate.
Put the lid off. Okay.
Yeah, we
so,
don't really have like a wine thief to.
I could,
Good callback. Good.
if push
callback.
comes to shove, I could tap them.
But okay, so just opening them, go. Oh no, this is it, and closing them again. That is just makes them bad.
Well, yes. The short answer is yes. But I
Oh,
have
wow.
taps. We can use taps if we are, and it's all wood, so there won't be any sparks.
Okay, but
Since Spyboy at the castle mentioned a bunch of them about, I'm not exceptionally trusting at the moment. And I would like to see if she is trying to deceive us.
Roll insight.
Because this always goes well for me, except that one time this session.
I can actually help with that. I can
Oh,
give you
okay.
advantage.
All right, roll
Yes.
again with your advantage.
Yep.
22.
Yes.
She seems.
I'm like,
she
wait,
seems.
no, look again.
She seems generally concerned about her wares.
Yeah. I figured as much, but better
even-
safe than sorry.
Yeah. But I mean, even a spy, this is still Ragnhild. Although, if she were replaced by a falseman, they may not be able to simulate this level of concern. But you don't know. You don't know much about falsemen.
Okay. Yeah, Falky, we'll go ahead and take care of bringing Audie in under Lady Ragnahild's direction. Please be careful.
I'll keep my eye on her.
Mm-hmm. And I guess we track down the address?
Okay.
Unless anyone objects.
No.
Okay.
As you leave the Iron Hall, you notice a figure. He kind of stands out. You notice a figure sipping ale at one of the tables. And it is the only resident dwarf. And he goes by the name Salt. And he's watching you as you leave, just kind of sipping his ale with a pipe in one hand. He is not puffing at this moment, but he's watching you guys go.
I'm unless anyone else has any reason to stop, Agnar would just be like, okay.
Bernhardt is going to employ the tactic he learned from the Fjeld folk, and he is going to make complete eye contact and try to assert domination through eye contact only.
Okay. It doesn't work.
Okay. He doesn't know that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just taking what he learned yesterday.
Yeah, you gotta. The stare down.
Too bad
Yeah,
I'm
and like,
in front. Too bad I'm in front because I can't see this.
and he's like leaning forward, like it's obvious that he's doing something. Like it's not just like he's putting his lean into it, and he's just like slowly kind of broadening out his arms, almost like broing.
So I'm just gonna throw that up. Agnar and maybe Alkuli would be aware of this.
Okay.
Roll what?
I-
Insight? He cut out.
No, I said Agnar and maybe Alkulu would be aware of this character named Salt. So I threw up his dossier.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all Bernhardt wants to do is just like try to do as the field folk do, strict dominance, and then.
Oh, he's a. This is we would know this about him.
Yes, this is well known. He's a law-abiding citizen.
Okay. Well, shit. I will approach Salt.
Yeah, you like stop and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, hold on.
And then you go over to Salt, and he puts down his mug and he picks up his pipe and he says, "King."
Salt, I've got a job for you.
I'm all ears.
Do you know Ragnahild's?
Sorry, say that again.
Do you know Ragnahild's assistant, Audie?
Oh yeah, I've been watching him and a few others for some time now.
Thoughts?
Takes a puff of his pipe. Audie's a married man, and about a month ago, his wife reported him missing. I decided to go looking for him. I found him fast at work. Apparently he was late for his shift. First time in a year. I've been following him for a while now. Sniffing about, seeing what's what. It seems this Audie fella, he's been hanging out with a new brand of friends.
Really?
It's like he completely changed overnight.
That's disconcerting.
I'd say so.
He's you said he's hanging out with a new social circle, not frequenting his previous haunts, as it were.
The only person he still associates with are his co-workers, boss, his wife and kids, but all his friends, they say they don't even know him anymore.
Does he ever go anywhere other than working home?
Yeah, he lives in the Bridge District, but I've seen him frequently crossing the bridge over to the markets, and I've lost his trail more than once, which is, excellent puff, pretty unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Another interesting thing. One of his friends was also reported missing. Turned up the same day. I wasn't on that one, but it was that incident that made me go after this Audie fella.
Who's the friend?
Guy by the name of Goose Card.
All right. So, first off, thank you. And I will.
I'm at your service, Lord.
I'll lay out shit at that point. Just a platinum on the table.
Takes it with a polite nod.
How do you feel about directing us towards Audie's house? We need to have a word with him.
He puts his pipe down. Very well. Seems you've paid for my service. Come on then. I've seen you guys in quite a few scrapes. So, this will be pretty easy.
Hopefully it won't come to that.
You want me to do the talking, or shall I just do an introduction?
Actually, we're going to handle the talking. Once we get there, I'd like you to hang back a bit. If he tries to run, keep on him.
You got it, mate. Alright, so he leads you into the bridge district. He's very good at navigating the streets. He knows his way around, never once stops to look at street signs, or... It's like he's got a mental map of the whole city, and he just like the most direct path there. And he says, "Here it is. It's on the other side of this building's a bake shop that his wife works at sometimes, which he doesn't have to get out. 3 little pups, all ranging in ages. The oldest one's 12, and he works as a lumber and high shore district."
All right. Appreciate you. Like I said, just hang back out of sight.
You got it, mate.
And we'll take it from here. Appreciate you. So, thoughts? I mean, do we just knock on the door? Do we go talk to the wife? Help me out here, guys.
Okay, well, player, I think the wife is a better option first, so that we can see like what's different about him. Although it's quite implied that he's one of the agents. Hakon would go directly to.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we should not involve the wife and the children, just deal with him.
Yeah, I don't want to
was-
cause them unnecessary like stress.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. All right, so yeah, let's just walk up and knock on the door.
Okay. You hear some commotion and a high-pitched squeal, and then the door opens, and what you assume to be Audie's wife holding a toddler, and she just freezes. She's like, "My king, my king!
Hi, how you doing?
Oh no, something's happened to him."
No. To Audie?
Is that not what you're here for? I haven't seen
No,
him all
I mean-
day.
Well, I was here hoping to talk to him.
Well,
He
A-
actually
after the
has something that could help.
after the former king and all that last night, Ragnhild gave him the day off.
Uh-huh.
He said he was going drinking with some friends at the markets.
Oh, does he have like a favorite tavern in there?
Oh, there's this this outdoor sort of pub. It's just on the east side of the markets, overlooking the bazaar.
Okay.
It's the only one there.
Okay, no, I appreciate that. Hey, like I said, he's got some information that could really help us out here. He hasn't been talking to anyone uncouth lately, has he?
I don't really keep up with who he's talking to.
Okay, no, I didn't
I can
know if
tell
like you
something's
guys did
troubling
like
him, though.
I didn't know if you guys did like game night with the neighbors or anything.
Okay, well, for this past month he's been distant. I thought it was just
Really?
work.
Well, I mean, things have been bouncing down at the Iron Hall, so that makes sense. Honestly, that's probably what it is. I'm sure everything's fine.
Well, with all
He's
the
just
all the refugees and
yeah.
the constant well, you know, it's stressful.
Mm. Yes, no, I get that, and my apologies to any of you folks like that. We're doing what we can, and you keep at it. I'm gonna have to stop by sometime soon though, because I hear that the best bread in Suderhofen comes from some some lovely Bearfolk lady who I just had the pleasure of meeting today.
Oh, well, just between you and me, put sawdust in it of late. I would avoid it.
What? Hold on. That's not a crime, is it, guys? Like,
Well, there's no criminal code among Bearfolk. It's like, hey, you put sawdust in it, I'm going to kill you now.
Look, I've made bread. That's a crime against me.
Well,
how the hell?
With the rationing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I appreciate the heads up. I'll see if we can't get a little bit more actual flour your way.
Oh well.
I did not catch your name.
Yep. It's Olga.
Olga.
It's German, but we'll go with it.
Well, Olga, it has been an absolute wonderful, wonderful day meeting. You keep those kids strong and healthy, and like I said, I'll see if we can't get you guys some more flour, because sawdust. That's if it's not against the law, I'm gonna see about changing that. That just sounds horrible.
Chicken cook.
Yeah.
Fjell folk are fisher, gatherer, hunters, right? They don't
really
have
fish. There's not a lot of bodies of water where they live.
Sure, so hunter and gatherer.
They're hunter-gatherers, yeah. Through and through.
So Hakon turns to Agnar and says, "What's bread?"
But have you never had a sandwich before?
No.
What?
What's a sandwich?
We'll explain on the way.
Right?
Earl Edward sandwich.
We'll explain on the way. Olga, thank you very much. Bye.
Okay.
No, you're right. We should make him an MLT when we have the chance.
Yes, 100%. He needs an MLT. Like, how do you get through life without an MLT? It's just that if that isn't against the law, I'm gonna have to see about changing it.
There will be many rules against this unique for this food. So
I mean, they're
go over.
Yeah. I'm planning an entire. I might call it a bread New Deal. or
so like an inbred business.
Well, no, like it's an entire package of legislature, designed to help reform some of the corrupt business dealings that are going on within Suderhoffen.
We're gonna make the FGC the Federal Gluten Commission.
Yeah.
Would you say that some of these former regulations would be crusty?
Get out.
It hurts.
All right, so Salt approaches.
There's a violent feeling rising in me.
So, are we headed to the markets?
Yep. That's where. So, I assume you know where this open air tavern she was talking about is.
There's only one watering hole that meets that description.
All right, let's go.
Right, mate. Follow me.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, anyway, about these bread laws. So what I'm
So you get to the markets.
It's understandable. This plan needs improving. No, it's all right.
Yeah, so there's basically just like a bar, right? Like an open bar with 3 tables. And then it's got a few people, and it's got stools up against the bar, and it's got like maybe a half dozen people drinking there. And he's like, mate, None of these are Artie or any of his mates.
Salt, can I show you a tunnel underneath the bridge?
What? I would very much like to see this tunnel under the bridge.
Yeah, I think that's.
Don't think he could identify who we.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you guys take him to
yeah.
the. Okay.
No. Well, we do. I'll discuss why new laws regarding the preparation of bread and dough are very much needed.
Is it though?
Lose your inspiration.
I gotta have none to lose.
All right, so you lead him here, and as you guys enter, he's like, "Can't believe this has been here. Just look how old it is. How long has this been here? How have I not known about it?"
I roll inside.
Oh, corpses. That's what I like to see.
Wait, that's what you like? Okay, cool.
Can I roll inside? Because I don't trust this guy.
Mr. King, a corpse is just a clue. And he looks one over and he's like, and that's Artie.
Okay.
Salt appears to be a dwarf who is very dedicated to his work and is very interested to help crack this case.
Okay.
And he kind of hunches down, he looks around, he's like, these graves here. Something heavy was dragged. And like still in the squat position, starts walking. And he goes out of the cave. And he's like, interesting. King, come over here.
Yeah, what's up?
He pulls these chains out from the moss. Looks like they were pulling up goods and supplies from the river. And look
Thought we
here.
brought someone smarter than us along.
I'll be right back.
So,
And he turns around and he starts what's the word?
repelling?
Yeah, he starts rappelling down the chain. And then you hear a splash. And then he comes up. That's what I thought. There's a big ass cage down there. They dumped it when they were done.
Dumped it? Dumped what?
The cage. It fits the dimensions of the large object. It must have had something in it. Something large and heavy.
With brown fur.
With brown fur? I didn't see the brown fur, good eye.
Oh shit. We need to get back to the Iron Hall.
Like the bears that's in the Iron Hall.
Say one more time.
Like the bears that's in the Iron Hall.
The Iron Bear? You mean, what do you guys call it? Ironside?
Yeah.
Well, that one's made of iron. That would be very fucking heavy.
But is there not like a stuffed bear in the Iron Hall?
No, it's made of iron, mate.
Yeah.
No, but
It's not a taxidermy.
How have we not run across him before?
He wasn't
Okay.
important to the plot. He's been in your journal since session
I
0.
remember reading the journal.
Jakin realized after putting him in, like, oh god, they're gonna bring this guy like everywhere.
No, I said in my notes, introduce Salt in Act 4. It's right there.
All right.
Don't say it's right there like we can see it.
It says right there on the map.
We're not allowed to see your notes.
Jakin, I'll point the brown fur to Saul just in case you can identify by any chance.
Yeah. This is bear fur. So you were right on the money about the bear.
Bernie's staring intensifies.
I can't believe that all we had to do at the start of the game to speed run Endfrost was just fine to this.
Yeah, there's an alternate reality where Fenrir goes to Salt. You're like, hey, can you go to this island with me?
That's
Well,
it.
actually, Fenrir, you don't need to go to the island. I do is right here.
Oh well, that's easy too.
There's a portal right here to your father's side.
Well, is there some place that has recently got a bear?
Not that I know of.
No,
A bear moving about the street would make noise, you know what I mean?
No, I meant
So
dead bear.
Oh, now I'm doing his voice.
No, I meant more sort of ones that is not alive, that is stuffed.
Oh,
Like what I
yeah.
saw was
Well,
the Iron Hall, but
I don't keep track of who's bringing in stuffed animals, but I haven't seen it around.
My concern is honestly right now less to do with a dead bear and more to do with a live creature hiding in the cellars of the Iron Hall.
Well, the cellars of the Iron Hall ain't that big. I'll follow your lead, King. Let's go back there. I've never been in the cellar myself.
yeah, let's yeah, I'm unfortunately it looks like we're gonna need
You're gonna need what? You cut out.
to kill something.
Well, it does seem to be what you do, King.
And we're that's a perception that we're trying to spin a bit.
Oh, no, mate. I think it's fine. Kill whoever you want. I mean, not me.
But I appreciate your support, Salt. Let's get back there. We may need to kill.
You know, I see you guys walking back to Iron Hall. He's like, ever since, we've been bringing all these wayward souls from around the country, I've been getting a lot of work. People looking for lost relatives. Unfortunately, most of the time that comes up nothing. This Audie fella. I knew there was something fishy from the beginning.
Yeah,
Something didn't smell right.
like
Smelled it?
literally smell right. Like
Sometimes. Not right now.
oh, okay.
Well,
I mean, he's dead now, so
it
he's
doesn't
probably going to
smell
start smelling
great.
real bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, as we're heading back out, do any Huskarls like regularly patrol?
Yeah. Each district is controlled by a Thane, and their Huskarls are in charge of keeping the peace in their district.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna wave down a patrolling Huskarl.
I mean, if you're going from the bridge to the Iron Hall, there may not be one. That's a pretty short distance.
There's going to be one.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell King Agnar. Well, he can go deal with the Iron Hall. I'll stay here and grab the first Duskarl and bring him into the.
We find a Huskarl. Let's just move
Sure.
it along.
Wait, hold on. Before we do that, who would control the Housecarls in this area?
Let me guess. Halvi, Yofer, or
The
Clack?
Iron Hall is kind of a no man's land. Ragnhild controls it. It's her property. She owns it. She's the proprietor, and she has her own security staff.
Okay,
Just two
I want to ask.
two big beefy boys.
And also let's ixnay on the Inke Agnare. Just
Not exactly going incognito, are you?
just no. That was out of character.
Oh.
It was just Agnar is fine. Like
So yeah,
You know
the Huskarl says, "My lord."
we're gonna need a small group of Huskarls down, and I'll give them directions to the cave thing. There's some bodies in there that need to be brought out and brought back to bring them back to Modi's Bond. Throw the bodies in the dungeon.
The corpses?
Yes, that's yep.
As you command, sir.
Yeah. Well, there's a really big one, so like maybe get a cart.
Understood. Salta has stopped and he's looking at you and he's like, "Starting a collection?"
I don't know what those things are capable of. I don't know if they're gonna get back up and try to kill things again. So Yes, Hakan.
I think it was you or Akulu, I'm not sure, that said we should not cause a panic. I suggest that we drape the bodies as they're being carried to Muddy's bunk.
I mean, I assumed that was gonna be a given.
I mean, I just
Well,
wasn't going to go tell her that her husband was
clarify.
possibly a shapeshifter. I was going to wait till we knew he was dead, and then I was going to tell her husband was a shapeshifter.
Your husband? He a demon.
Don't
You're
worry,
never
he's
too
dead.
careful.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he's dead.
I'll
We killed him.
clarify that we need to drape it. And then back into the cellar, I guess.
Okay, as you guys enter the Iron Hall, Tiad is like, "Hey, Salt." Salt's like, "How's it going there, Tiad?" "Oh, just chilling, like you do." "Oh, hey, King Agnar. Heard you got a promotion."
I did. Thank you.
"Would you believe I was in a mead coma for the whole fucking thing?"
I would believe that. Yes.
You know me well,
Yes,
man.
that is something. Hey, we're like brothers now.
Well, bro.
Yeah. What up, bro?
Keep your nose clean.
Oh, always.
Word.
Hey, any weird big bear looking shit get moved into the cellar lately?
Nah.
Okay, cool.
Any
Later.
of it gets moved into the hall?
Nah.
Okay,
The only
so-
bear is that one. And he points to the big cast iron bear sculpture. That one's been here since, like, before I got here. But, like, a lot of things have, because I'm pretty new. I mean, I'm older than y'all two, but, maybe not, like, age-wise, because I know, like, you deep gnomes are, like, like, pretty old. I mean, maybe not you. Maybe, like, you're, like, one of the younger ones, Anyway, I digress. You guys got any mead?
We actually need to go see a woman about some.
Well, Ragnarhild's the one to go. Tell her, order up on, what table am I at? This one.
Okay.
You guys are hanging out with Salt now? Alright, man. Cool.
Salt's a cool guy.
King, I don't mean to, but, there's like an unraveling mystery of conspiracies and death involving bears.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. John, you do to me every time.
Catch you later, man. Hey, before you go.
No.
You're king
we
now.
got-
Are we still do Tuesdays?
We might have to change that to every other.
Oh man, that sucks.
I'll let you know. I gotta see.
And they never met again.
Alright, so you head down to the
It's
cellar.
adulthood.
That cuts me deep.
Oh yeah, that's hurtful.
Look at Caddy with the harsh truth.
That's
Now
what D&D does.
Like
You're
my-
like, well...
my last friend moved to Houston.
All right.
Wow.
Cellar.
Cuts deep.
Alright. Yeah, you guys head down into the cellar. And one of the barrels has been pulled out. And everyone's giving it a wide berth. Except for Ragnarhild, who's doing this. Yeah, that's not liquid.
I mean,
Whoa, are we just bringing dwarves into my cellar now?
Whoa! Hey! Where's your lanyard?
Call back!
Hi, if you're new to die roll,
I would make
all
that-
racists wear lanyards.
all racists wear lanyards. It's
with their racist card in the lanyard
it's a
Yep.
thing.
card holder.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep. Oh. And that just got me reminiscing about the first time I played a North in this world.
He who was never named.
He who was never named.
Alright,
Oh.
so do we not just take this out and throw it in the river?
maybe not do that, but maybe hurl it at our enemies.
Well, don't be too hasty, mate.
Of course.
Depending on what's in there, we can track where it came from.
Okay, but could it not also blow up?
Oh yeah, it could definitely blow up.
It's supposed to blow up when the horn blows?
That's a very
Well-
specific trigger. Must be magical.
Yeah, so we do not know when that's going to happen. So instead of being like, oh, let's study it, and then horn blows, and then we blow up, just throw it in the river takes it to the... Not our problem.
I mean,
I
it will
mean-
go into the ocean.
I'm all for the pragmatic solution here.
Or-
Although I
And
do
we could even skip the river and get it right to the ocean.
Well,
Yeah.
if the trigger is the horn, before we throw it in the river, we could take a small part of whatever's in there out, throw the rest in the river, and the small part, even if it blows, I don't think it's gonna be that big of an explosion. We can leave it somewhere like safe-ish.
Or put it somewhere where it gets our enemies. That way, whenever they blow
Nabu
their
thinks
war
of the
horn,
host.
they think, we have this explosive in the middle of their city. We have secreted the explosive into a place that will be detrimental to them. They blow the war horn. Oh no, Mulan shot the firework into the it caused an avalanche.
Mulan did do that.
Okay, but where would that be? Where would we put it to make them not?
I don't know. I'm only coming up with half the idea. I can't do all the legwork.
No, I like this idea, but I mean, they are coming to us city, so the only
What would
place
make
that
it
we could
harder
put
for them to come to our city?
if they were dead.
Well, yeah, that's the obvious solution. But
If they had no legs.
further out,
Guys,
closer to them.
this is great and all, but we're running out of time in this session.
I know, yeah. I just feel like putting in the river is a really bad idea.
Let's give it to the Naemans and see if they can make anything.
When are they supposed to be back?
I don't know if I'm okay with giving the Hierophant is the explosive. I don't know him as that well, but from what you say about the name, I don't know if that would. I mean, if I was him, which I could easily be, I would do some very.
And it just kind of trails off and just nods.
And as king, giving an explosive device onto a ship that might blow up on the way back, I think that would be a declaration.
But could handle the Naemans for us.
Yes, one barrel boy can take out the entire empire.
I mean, that's
Well, we give it to
that's
the
logic
Emperor.
I was working with.
Yeah.
But
Um,
I do like the idea of keeping a little bit as like a warning sign, in case we cannot hear the horn.
I have a feeling we'll heal this horn, but yeah.
All right, for the time being, then we definitely need to get the barrel out of here and somewhere safe.
Wait, can we?
Well,
Do you think it could fit through the other hidey hole, the other bolt hole? Oh wait, no, it's been closed up.
And yes, it's just
This one.
a barrel.
There are lots of different sizes of barrels, Jakin.
Well,
Depending on whether or not it's a spirit, a wine, or a beer.
if we don't know what to do with it, we
So
could
depending on
always
the size
bury,
of the hole.
we could always bury it somewhere on the beach, like down here.
Ragnhild will say, well, we've started to rebuild, Coffer Slope and the Bells district, but Ragnar's shrine is still a ruin from the unfortunate Gelfolk siege.
That's what I was saying. Put it in as a shrine.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. He has a good idea.
Well, since it was Bernhardt's idea, it's got my vote.
That's team effort. I will give her that.
Yeah.
And
The Huskarl's like,
I don't know how
Yeah.
How does the voting thing work now? Like,
Only you have to vote
oh, well, then that gets my vote.
because
Yeah,
you're the
that's-
king.
You're like the king, mate. So, like, you know, the proverbial buck stops at the proverbial you.
Yeah.
Proverbially.
Then let's do that.
Oscar's like, all right, let's
do the
let's
thing.
get this barrel to the Ragnar's ruin.
Ragnar's ruin. Man, that's just a shame that we couldn't get to the Fjellfolk before they destroyed Ragnar's shrine.
Yeah,
I'm assuming Ragnar didn't live through that. That would be very hurtful for anyone that had any connection to her.
It would be terrible if, like, the people of someone killed that same person's, like, friend. That would be weird.
Yeah, that'd be like I couldn't even imagine.
But I mean, it is a blessing in disguise. Now there's a ruin, and if this barrel blows up, then we have Ragnar.
Yeah,
Yes.
when life gives you ruins.
You make Ragnar's rock.
There you go.
When life
Maybe
gives you
the
ruin,
king
you
is
plant a
spoken.
nuke in it.
Ragnar Hill says, all right, well, I'm going to start checking more barrels.
Yeah,
King,
let's do that.
You've returned? Did you find Audie?
So you see, what had happened was, Audie's dead.
Has been for the past month.
Yes, the person that has been showing up to work every day was not Audie.
By the gods. Whoever this person was that was impersonating him did a better job. Like, performance enhancement across the board.
That's
But not a better father?
You don't have my kids.
About that.
Capitalism.
yeah. We're gonna need to break this to Olga a little bit differently.
So Salt has walked the cellar and he comes back and like, there's no sign of a, bear.
I don't even know where to go with this bear thing. Like,
Is it a bear that is also a man? They were wolves that were men and women. So maybe it's a bear that's actually in the form of a man or women.
Hold on. Didn't the guy we interrogated say that there was, I guess, a creature that fed on meat, couldn't hold his hunger, was supposed to kill King Agnar? Could that be the...
yeah,
Oh, it's the president. Yes, that could definitely be that. Yeah.
yeah, that could be the present.
Well, are there any occasions coming up where you're gonna like speak with the people?
We can make that happen.
Ah, you want to bait them out? Well, I don't.
Mhm.
I doubt a bear can, be hidden for very long. So you probably want to schedule that soon.
Yeah.
A formal celebration of his new title. We haven't done a banquet thing for it.
Ragnhild
interrupted in a
snaps
meal in a
straightened
while.
up and says, "You are not wrecking the Iron Hall with a bear fight."
No, it's okay. We'll do it outside of the
outside.
Iron Hall, like an in and out party, and then he'll give his speech outside.
At the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally
Does
at
that
the thing.
persuade
Okay,
you?
but if the bear wrecks anything,
Oh, then
we
we'll
have an
cover.
agreement.
Well, he'll cover
We-
it.
we-
He's got a
yeah,
treasury.
all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Royal
I'm not
Treasury,
sure.
which
With
has
a
grown any?
wink, with a wink and a handshake.
All right.
Do not worry, Ragnar Hills. We are masturbating, so this will go very according to plan.
I don't think he knows what that means in Northmen.
Just
I mean,
not-
he's not wrong either.
Well, King, I'm at your service. So you want me to do anything at this shindig?
Yes, we're gonna. You're
probably keep your eyes open.
yeah. You're gonna
Sorry,
be
I'm not kidding.
No. It's an you see, the whole king thing has kind of thrown me for a loop because we've got a dynamic that like we just spitball things,
Yeah,
throw
but
some
I should have
spaghetti
raised my
against the
hand.
wall, and it's okay. It's okay. It's been hectic lately, so we don't have to follow decorum that much. But it's a great idea.
The great idea was to keep my eyes open. All right.
What? You're going to be coordinating the surveillance.
Well, that sounds like a right good plan to me.
And you
When's
and I
this
are going to
shindig
have
going down?
What time is it?
Morning?
Tonight.
Texan came out there. And Randall's like, you know how long it takes to... Tonight? Yeah. As your will, my hand.
I mean, we could put it off to
You and
tomorrow.
Molly.
Yeah, can we do tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do tomorrow.
Okay.
I know it's still short notice.
Tomorrow night, we're going to do an outdoor shindig. Shindig?
At the thing.
At the thing. Celebrating...
Not for everyone,
King.
so just for like a select group. That way, it's not as many innocents. It's all like house calls and.
Well, how do we know this here bear is, gonna show if it's not open to the public? Sometimes you gotta use the right bait to catch the right animal.
You're also a masturbator. I get it.
I've baited in my time.
This better not be the title of the episode.
No, it's not.
All right, so it's open to the public. This is a lot more mouths to feed.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how official royal reception. I'm thinking like we just do like barbecue, like a BYOB. I've got that apron I've been meaning to bust out.
I'm gonna need a few more days to do barbecue. That's gonna require so much more prep.
All right.
I've got that.
All right.
All right.
World's okayest uncle.
So, you guys set out to proclaim a feast in honor of the new king. All people are welcome to gather in the Thing grounds. People who are seated will be fed. Otherwise, it's like first come, first serve. And we end the episode of criers going out and proclaiming this, and we kind of get a shot of just kind of like at waist level of a man we see from his back. We see his arm dangling at his side, and then he reaches over with his hand and scratches at it furiously. And then he steps out of frame, and then we fade to black. Executive producer McG. All right. So that's gonna be the session, everybody.
All right.
Hope everybody had a good time.
What a whirlwind of emotions this session.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We had quite a lot of chatter in chat. Great use of words, dummy. So thanks guys for tuning in. It was real good. I hope everybody had an enjoyable experience. I think the players had fun. It was nice to have some combat again.
Yeah.
I was saying in chat in our private call that it felt like we've done so much this session, and then for the last little while, it didn't feel like we did it.
Yeah, the last 45 minutes kind of dragged out because you guys are
funny.
You guys are in a mood.
Another point of order I'd like to make quickly.
Yeah,
in private chat, we said, so back at the end of the session just before, we said, man, we really didn't want to attack or kill the king. Like, that was not the point. and then we discussed on how not to kill the king. Then we tried not to kill the king, and we ended up killing the king. Apparently, we're really bad at setting objectives and following them. But that's
Well,
fine.
you know,
Worked out
you guys only control half of the equation. Sometimes the
Yes.
wheels turn and you can't stop it.
Yeah, we didn't have much of a choice.
So everybody will be back next weekend with more of this, and we hope to see you there. Hope you have a good night. Farewell.
Turning.
Sometimes you, I'm sorry.
Brown
Well, last
man,
thing.
keep
Sometimes you
on
just
burning.
accidentally commit regicide. Blinky, you're absolutely
Yes.
right. Good night, everybody.